Good morning and welcome back to another Master Raw streams. Today we'll be streaming Mountain Blade Warband. It's where it all began on my stream. It's where it all began. We're going to be doing World of Ice and Fire Reworked 5.0. Reworked has not been updated for the updates of World of Ice and Fire. This is a sub mod. So it hasn't been updated in 2 years, give or take. But we kind of like it. To tell you the truth, I think I prefer it over World of Ice and Fire Vanilla. It's just got more things going for it. I don't remember exactly what they all were, but there's a lot of assets I liked and the rebalancing of troop trees I get. Because World of Ice and Fire is balanced for lore. This is more balanced for gameplay. I respect both opinions on that, but yeah, I like this one. I like this one. We haven't seen Sir Ulrick in, I don't know, a year. He's on day 194. All I really remember about this is we want to do Sword of the Morning. We want to be Sword of the Morning. So we're of Dornish descent-ish. I do believe we were a highborn orphan who Sir Arthur Dane saved from the bandits of Kingswood Forest. You know, famous bandit group. And they kind of raised him in the court of Dane. And then, of course, we all know what happened to Sir Arthur Dane. So our original mission was to figure out and investigate what actually happened to the Tower of Joy. But of course, Ned Stark, he's quite dead. Couldn't ask him anything. Then we were going to ask his son, his heir. And of course, we missed the Red Wedding. So he's sadly also quite dead. Last one on the list would be Jon Snow. But Jon Snow doesn't know anything about the Tower of Joy. I mean, even the boy King Stark didn't know anything about the Tower of Joy, really. All right, so we have not looked. Oh, we also have the first chat of the day. We have the glorious Golden Paladin himself, Cuculane. Hail and welcome. Henceforth, for the rest of the stream, you'll be known as number one. All right, I think I can't play this music if I remember right. I think it's like straight up Game of Thrones music, right? Yeah, this is going to be straight up Game of Thrones music. That'll mute the entirety of my VOD. So then what we have to do is we have to find a playlist that is fitting, yet will not get our VODs muted. I mean, not that many people watch the VODs, but I like to upload them and edit them and look for highlights and stuff. And when it's muted, there's nothing I can do to get the audio back on, Twitch is in. So we will figure it out. Let's go with like a medieval. It took me a long time to be able to spell medieval without looking it up. It's Medi, M-E-D-I, of all, E-V-A-L. Most people want to spell it medieval, like M-I-D-E-V-I-L-S. Incorrect. You know what I was doing after stream yesterday, Cuculane? I was looking at old Dynasty Warriors footage to like remind me of what it even looked like. It's been so long. I think the last one I played would have been the PlayStation 2, possibly Dynasty Warriors 5. I think that one looked familiar to me. All right, we've got the epic one. We got RPG music, game music. We got tavern music, instrumental. I don't know. The problem is like their names mean nothing. A lot of them use the same music anyway. We'll go with something like this, I guess. That's the one good thing about the World of Ice and Fire vanilla music is you don't get muted with that stuff, but it's not very Game of Thronesy. Perfect. Last time I was looking, your VODs had 200 plus views. Yeah, but that includes the the live stream. Like whoever came in and out of live stream. When I said VOD, I meant more like highlights, clips, that kind of stuff. Meaning, and then people who come back and watch the VOD later on. Because you at home, if you're watching the live stream, you're good to go. Nothing gets muted. Like a lot of streamers just play straight up copyrighted music. They'll play straight up, like radio music or whatever. They don't give a shit. They got AC/DC, Rolling Stones, all that stuff going. But those guys usually delete their VODs. Because you can get like kicked off of Twitch. Basically, if a company makes a stink, they'll kick you off Twitch. You know, so if you just run into on YouTube, they basically have it worked out to where, you know, they just get the ad revenue. Whoever owns the copyright gets the ad revenue. But they're also cheating. Like, there's people claiming copyright on like Mozart, you know, because they have an artist that did Mozart 30 years ago, but that's not how that works. If you play that artist's audio of Mozart, then sure, but you can't just claim all of Mozart. Like, if I go and I strum some Mozart on a piano, you can't claim that. There's no copyright for that. But there are companies that will try to get the copyright for that and then get all your money. That's why a lot of music channels are going down, because they can't even teach like classic music without getting, you know, copyright trolled. I think YouTube was supposedly fighting back for that kind of stuff, but I don't know how that's going to work. 7 might have been the last one I played. Keep hoping they'll make another one in the old style. I think they're up to 9. I don't know what the new style is, because I didn't look at any of the new ones. Is the new ones just a completely different style game, I'm assuming? Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you get Dead Space 2 for free, but you got to go to Origin. I can't remember my Origin password. No clue what it is. But if you have Amazon Prime, there is that. They have separate audio, so they can play whatever they like live, then remove the audio track with music from the VOD. All the yeah, I guess that's an option. So basically, they'll have just like straight up copyrighted music that they can hear and the audience can hear, but then when the VOD comes, they just strip the audio music out of it. I could do that. I saw a weird one the other day, and it might be because of something like that, but Otto streamed him and I doing PvP, Bannerlord. I didn't stream it. It was in the afternoon. I was half asleep. But when I went back to look at the VOD, it was completely muted. Like everything. It was really weird. I've never seen that before, to where the whole, so it wasn't muted because of music, because he was using probably Bannerlord music, which never gets muted, of course. But and I'm not talking, like, everything was muted on it. The whole video, the hour and 20 minutes or whatever it was. I tried to Google it and figure out, I didn't talk to Otto about it yet, because, you know, he's busy with his family anyway. But they said it had something to do with OBS. Like, if you set up OBS to have, like, dual audio recording, or, you know, or separate the audio recording from the video, it could cause that. I don't know. You make the slightest changes with your software, man, and it can open up a portal to a hellscape dimension you don't want nothing to do with. You just never know, man. You just never know. All right, let's see what we were up to. We've got Bolster the Black. All right, so I have to return to Lord Commander and explain some bad news. I think I wasn't doing that, because if I do that and Lord Commander dies and then we get a new Lord Commander, which is fine. But I like to see the Lord Commander be alive. This is my least favorite quest in the game, Bravo Seeker. What Produno did was he took a bunch of tier 4 Bravosi and gave them extremely high levels that do not match their skills or their tier. So it takes forever to train them up to tier 4. Because it's artificial. You know, like most people's tier 4 is, you know, level 17. These guys are like level 24, 25. It's insane. So they fight like shit. They die all the time because they have like paper armor. I don't know, maybe this guy fixed the Bravo Seeker, the skilled Bravosi. I hate that quest so much. You know what I used to do this quest? I would go and I'd attack their caravans and knock out all their skilled Bravosi, and then make them join me later. That's what I would do. It was way easier. Alright, I have to rescue or ransom Sir Garland Tyrell. As we all know, you cannot ransom them. I don't care if you are a billionaire in game. You never get the option to ransom them. I think it was probably intended to be in Warband, but it never happened. And I was supposed to raise some Westland Vanguards for somebody. Kevin Lannister. That's probably because I want to open up a shop in his town, and he always starts out hating you because he's a real big douchebag. He's always got a bad personality. I might just kill him. I don't know. Also, in the newer World of Ice and Fire, you can't kill people or send them to the walls, causing too many bugs, so Perdomo just took it out. That's kind of like one of the biggest cool things about the game, is that you can execute, like, Joffrey and stuff. Not that I ever executed him because he's a child. I'd send him to the wall. I think Dynasty 9 is a weird open world version that a lot of people dislike. They also made strategy versions with groups of armies and tiles. Yes, they made like an RTS, and then they made an open world RPG. I mean, open world RPG is one of my favorite, like, single player type games for sure, but what I loved about Dynasty Warriors was being a general in the field with an army, which is what Mountain Blade is, but Mountain Blade came out way after Dynasty Warriors. Did you ever play Dynasty Warriors 1? I feel like I did. You know, I was looking at some of the footage, and I'm like, I feel like I played this, but I couldn't say for sure. But 5 really resonated with me, the PlayStation 2 version. I must have played that one a lot back, you know, in the old days. Alright, so it looks like we've taken Carthagar. This is the castle, of course, we can rebuild ourselves with a mission. So we didn't have to declare war. That's like the best way to get a castle, by the by. It just costs you, I don't know, 10,000 dinars, and you gotta have tools or something. It's way cheaper than even upgrading a hideout, which is hilarious to me. We do have a hideout, though. I don't remember. Booba Bridge, so City Gets 5x5 named that one. That is our hideout. I feel like the hideout was supposed to be able to be sieged. Can't remember if in Viking Conquest they would siege your hideout or not, but I remember there was text that kind of would hint at it could be sieged. Because what's the point of fortifying it if it's never going to get attacked? But I have never had my hideout attacked, whether in Viking Conquest or this game. I don't think. All right, let's look at our army. We've got a bunch of random crap, which is usually how it works in a warband. You just kind of like grab whoever you can grab. Got a lot of high tier guys, which is not usually how I do things. I usually put my high tier guys in my castle and then grab the low tier guys. So I can, so 1 is cheaper, and then 2, you want to train them up. All right, let's see what we got. We got Riverland Rangers, Spearmen. I also have to start remembering the troop tree, because this mod has or sub mod has its own troop tree. All right, I have 1 skilled Gravosi. That's good. I need like 11 more. We got house guards, archers. This is good, I guess. All right, so we just got a smattering of all type. We got some spies. That's good. We like spies. All right, so who I'm going to put in here is everybody who's at max level. All right, so these guys are max level. We're going to put them in here. So I can save some money, and I can save these guys for when we actually want to do some damage. Now, just because a unit is high tiered doesn't mean they're good. You know, you can waste a lot of money on a high tier trooper that's hot garbage on the battlefield. They're still good like auto calculation, but we all know in Warband you never, ever auto calculate. Never do it. If you look at the formula, you'll learn why. They basically put a cap on how badass the player can be in auto calculation. And that's why you can send 100 Swadian Knights against 3 farmers and lose 5 Swadian Knights. Because of that cap. It's bullshit. I could have wrote a better formula in middle school, and I'm not a mathematician. I don't know why they never fixed that. They did fix it in Bannerlord, though. Bannerlord's way better with that. In fact, if you level up tactics in Bannerlord to max, you, the player, will never be able to, like, beat the auto calculation. I mean, maybe you could with, like, cheese. You know, you cheese the other guys. But any kind of, like, legitimate fighting... I mean, cheesing is legitimate, don't get me wrong. But, you know, you get it. All right, what are we working on? We're currently building the messenger post. That's good. How much money are we making? That's very important. We're making $39.25. This is good. We like that. We're not getting rents from our fiefs yet because we probably just built them when last we played. I have to go look at the YouTube video. I don't even know if I uploaded that live stream. I would upload some of them. I usually like open world RPGs as well. I haven't tried none. I think the first I played was 3, then 4 and 7. Can't remember if I did 5. Mostly played on PS2. I think I mostly played Dynasty Warriors on the PlayStation 1 and 2. I owned 1 on the PS2. I feel like it could have been 5. It could have been one of the other. I feel like I played a lot of something like Dynasty Warriors 2. I feel like if I can try to picture the cover, it had a 2 on it. But in the misty mind of memory, sometimes a 2 can be a 5. Sometimes a 5 can be a 2. All right, let's go see if we can recruit from Thailand. Oh yeah, let's go to our stats. What do we got going on here? We're level 33. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so we've got 8 in Iron Flesh, Power Strike. Power Draw is only 7, that makes me sad, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so we went like really high in combat. Our Charisma is 15. Why it's only 15 is because leadership stacks in this mod with your companions, so I was like 5's good enough. And then that still gives me enough to get like, you know, other stuff. Trainer's at a 6, but that's 5 plus 1 because I probably have a book in my inventory. That gives me that. Foraging, I get a +1 probably because of a donkey or a mule, which is good. Alright, so we're in good shape. We've got one-handed weapons of 281, two-handed of 270. We do want to get Sword of the Morning so that we have to conquer Starfall, which is a Dornish fief currently, unless something has changed. I think that's why we wanted to bring in... Or no, you know what? We probably turned off Static Wars, right? Yeah, we probably turned it off, because usually after the Red Wedding, which happens around like day 140-ish or 130-ish, somewhere around there. So once that happened, and of course, the boy King Stark was killed at the Red Wedding, that means that the North is ruled by Roose Bolton, I believe, right? Yeah. Alright, so that happened. Alright, so then that's when I turn off Static Wars, because as far as the mod is concerned, the storyline ends at the Red Wedding, you know, for the show. Because, of course, this mod is old, you know. It was created after Season 3, but before, like, Seasons 4 or 5 or whatever. At least the story part of it. It's always being updated. There's a new update out now, you know, 8.1 or whatever. The other issue with this is happening to all the big mods is they're getting memory crashes. All the mods are too big now. So all the current updates are crashing. We're getting crashes because modern hardware, especially like NVIDIA GPUs, are having a real issue with Warband. Luckily, I believe Tailworlds patched Warband a little bit to allow us to like even play it. Because there was a patch that came out with NVIDIA that made Warband unplayable. And so I reverted my GPU driver so I could still play Warband. But then I believe their Tailworlds patched Warband to where we can play it. But it's getting to the point now to where Warband is too old for our modern systems. It's quite sad. What is, like, what's your top open world RPGs? I really love open world RPGs with a car. You know, like, yeah, I used to really love Grand Theft Auto, even though I never finished Grand Theft Auto 5. I think I just got busy and never went back to it. But even Mad Max, there's a 2015 game, Mad Max, that came out about the time that Fury Road came out. I love that game. It's an arcadey beat-em-up, but it's kind of an open-world RPG. You drive around your fancy car. I think that's why I love State of Decay so much. You know, you got your car, it's post-apocalyptic, got your guns. It's a good time. Because when I was a kid, like, every third movie was that. It was like a dude in a car in a desert because the world ended. And he's eating dog food out of a can for some reason. I think I would go with like Chef Boyardee, but you know, dog food's okay too, I guess, in a pinch. They actually say that humans shouldn't eat dog food. It's like it doesn't have enough nutrition. So I'm like, well, probably doesn't have enough nutrition for a dog either. Best thing to feed your dog is just meat, just raw meat. I think raw chicken's really good for them. Anywho, all right, let's go to Manage Village. All right, let's go talk to... We haven't even met the Elder yet, so we probably just built this castle and village when we left off. Because I always go talk to this guy, do missions for him, recruit some of my guys. Let's see what old Sir Ulrick is looking like. I'm using Bannerlord hotkeys. That's hilarious. All right, looks like he's got some of that cool armor. So everything he's wearing here is pretty much only for the sub mod. None of those assets are in World of Ice and Fire native, except for the sword. Apologies, being blocked by the companions. They love Sir Ulrick. They love him too much, man. I would say they're clingy, you know, if I'm being honest. They're very clingy. So yeah, the shield, the sword, the arrows, of course, are in native. I say native, vanilla World of Ice and Fire. But the chest, I believe the helmet are only in this mod. I believe these boots are in a World of Ice and Fire. I never use them though. I don't like their stats. And even assets that are in vanilla, their stats have usually changed in this. Yeah. Alright, do you have any quests I can help you with? Well, he wants some cattle. How many does he need? 7. Little greedy monkey. Little greedy monkey. Sometimes they want 5, sometimes they want 9. If they want 9, they're a little too greedy. Luckily, I think we have dough, right? The other cool thing about villages in this game, I think it goes for castles as well. But if your relationship with them changes in any way, whether it be positive or negative, it allows you to recruit again. So do that anytime your relation changes. So like right there, just by accepting that, we got a little bit of a relationship bump. So that allowed me to recruit more guys. It's nice. All right, so they want cattle. Sadly, the closest cattle place. Now, here, let's test this because a lot of guys have problems with the cattle quest when water is involved, if water is in between them and, you know, their quest goal. So what we want to do is we want to buy 7 cattle from Valina. And we'll totally do that. The other thing we have to worry about is without static wars, Volantis will probably declare war on us at some point. We're already at war with the Dothraki because you start the game out at a -5 relationship with them because they're racist. And if you don't fix that before you start your own kingdom, which technically we have started our own kingdom, we've, you know, got land in our own name, we're at war with the Dothraki. Another cool thing you can do though is once you go to war with somebody, this is a really good pro tip for this mod specifically. If you send an emissary to all of that kingdom's enemies, so in this case the enemies of Dothraki, which is probably Norvos, unless they've started a new war, you get a really high bump with relations, and you get a lot of right to rule every time you do that. So like one of the best people to go to war with early on is of course the Westerlands, because they're at war with like half a dozen kingdoms. So send an emissary to all those kingdoms, and you're going to get a shit ton of right to rule and relationships with those kingdoms. It's pretty cool. My buddy loved Mad Max. I loved it too, man. It was a good time. I mean, it was a very basic game. Not a lot of story, and the story that was there was just a rehash of like Mad Max 1 and 2 with just different character names or whatever, and it had a very sad ending, just like Mad Max 1 and 2. But the car combat, the upgrade system, all that was a lot of fun. And it was kind of a beat 'em up. It's a good time. Hard to pick my favorite. No, you don't have to pick your favorite. Just give me some of your like top favorites. Yeah, they don't have to be your. I'm not going to judge you on this later. I'm not going to be like, all right, Cuculane, you once stated in May 3rd of 2022 that this was your favorite open world RPG, but you just stated that it was a different one today in the year of our Lord 2026. Hey, what do we have there? Tech Happy used 0 bits to play Tech Happy's Murloc Murder. We just made that last night on stream. That was a good one. Spent a lot of time with Skyrim. Yeah, I did too. That's more recent. Played a ton of Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Vice City. I spent a lot of time with Vice City, San Andreas, and 4. I really liked 4. 4 I had a good time with that one. I think Vice City's my all-over favorite just because I like the music and the period a lot. I love the, you know, neon pink and all. I wish we could get like a Vice City but with modern everything. That would be nice. Like if they could pay the owners of Scarface money to have like a Scarface Vice City, you know, remastered version. Because the voice acting in Vice City was great, but of course the graphics have been dated quite heavily. Alright guys, alright. We got a first time chatter. We've got Alpha, Farmer. Hail and glory be to you, sir. Alright, Cuculane. That one in San Andreas sticks in my head. I can hear the actors when I think of them. Yeah. There's so many memes of San Andreas too. I think that's probably the most memed Grand Theft Auto. I mean, the new one's so popular because of the online, right? But I barely remember what the story of 5 was. I owned it on the PS3 and it ran okay, but I just never finished it. I think it's because in the other Grand Theft Autos, you played as one hero, and I think in Grand Theft Auto 5, playing as 3 heroes made me less connected to them. I love the characters. They were all really good. Well, you know, not morally, but they were good, funny characters. But I just didn't have the same connection I did with them as I did with, you know, like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, San Andreas. So how's your Mountain Blade life going, Alpha Farmer? Are you playing Warband, or are you into Bannerlord now? You into both? Not too many people talk about Warband much anymore. But still a great game with the mods, man. That's very expensive for cattle. All right, so we need to buy 7 of these. You used to be able to make a lot of money butchering cattle. You know what? I've never butchered cattle on the submod. Let's see if it still has the hides in it. Once you meet with an elder or a guild master, you never have to go to the scene to meet them again. You can use the menu. Let's buy 1 more cattle because I want to see if it comes with hide if I butcher it. If it does, we can make really good money in a cohort. All right, let's slaughter 1. All right, no, so it's still been taken out. You used to get like 1 beef and then 1 hide, and then you could sell that hide for like 8 to 900 dinars or silver stags in cohort. It's a good deal. That's why I collect them. All right, so luckily in this mod, we don't have to drive. I was playing the American Civil War mod. It's got a lot of problems. Don't play it until they fix a lot of it. Then, I like the mod a lot. I like the bones of the mod of the American Civil War, and I would like to have an American Civil War mod. So I joined their Discord, and they have that thing to where on the menu screens, like let's say, you know, let's go to notes and then factions, and, you know, like here, or mainly it'd be like this. So like they would have on their notes, you know, the menu screen, they would have an image, a really big image that would block 3/4 of the window to where the text was on the image. And so I reported it. I'm like, hey, you know, it'd be cool if, you know, you made the images a little off, you know, so the text isn't, you know, on top of these images, because it makes it sort of difficult to read. And then everybody was like, oh, I can totally read it, you know. And then the dev or whatever is like, hey, it's honestly, it's not hard to read. And it's like, it makes it more difficult to read. Like, yes, if I squint and I do this and I get up on, I can do it. But so there's no reason to bug test for people like that. Nothing against them. I'm sure they're great guys. But I'm just saying, like, when I bug test, I'm an A+ bug tester. You'll want me on your team. I'm not going to waste my time if people can't even do, you know, or it's not even that they don't. If they just said like, no, I don't really have time for that, you know, I've got a lot of other things to worry about, I'm like, that's fine, that's fine. But he was like, no, that's not a problem. I'm like, it's obviously a problem. All right, I think we're caught up right now. But anyway. So, if you wait for the cattle to come to you, and then you board your ships, I think they're technically spawning onto your ship. That can be very buggy. I think it can get buggy if your ships are in a port and your cattle follow you to the port and then you get on. I don't think the cattle do that. So you have to like land your ships. You have to beach them and then get the cattle to spawn. And then I also don't want to exit in a port. I also want to land on a beach, which luckily that's what we're about to do. And it should work okay. So we're gonna land. And I have my cattle. And you have to tell them to follow you again, by the by. I believe. Now we should be okay. So, a lot of things aren't perfect, but you can learn workarounds and other ways of getting it to work. Now, I've got like countless hours testing this mod, so yeah, I'll help you any way I can. Alright, so now the scumbag's gonna give me train the peasants quest, probably. No, he won't even give me that. That means I probably already did it, I guess. Yeah, I probably already did it. Usually I can get 2 quests. If you don't know, in Warband, you get like 2 quests depending on the mod, and then there's a cooldown. And it goes for all villages and guild masters and stuff. So you can't just like do 2 quests for this village elder, go to the next village over, do 2 quests. It's a global cooldown. It's quite annoying, to be honest with you. Because in vanilla, you'd only get like 1 or 2 relations. It would take you like real life years to grind relations with those assholes. Alright, so we got 3 donors peasants. It's pretty good. Krastos has returned. Hello, Krastos. I don't like Krastos. Alright, so we got footmen turn into heavy guardsmen, elite spearmen. This guy looks cooler than that guy. So we want to go the spearmen route with these guys, I believe. It's not bad. It's not bad. Already, yeah, spearmen. Let's go spearmen. Now, the creator of the sub mod has tried to balance the weight, the upgrade costs of troops, because in a World of Ice and Fire, they're way too expensive in my opinion. Yeah, because they're not even that good. You know, the troopers that, I mean, they die like anybody else, and they cost way more for you to build up than enemy AI has to pay. Enemy AI has to pay 0. You have to pay 1,800, 2,000 something silver stags to upgrade to like tier 5 and 6. It's quite insane. But this guy, he didn't fix all of them. So some of them, I think the new troop trees that he made are more balanced with their, it's still expensive of course, but more balanced. But I think a lot of the old troop trees are not balanced, or they're still, you know, heavily in favor or heavily against the player. How people respond to information is a key indicator. I've never been afraid to answer "I don't know" to a client's question. Oh yeah, same here. I have siblings that refuse to say "I don't know." You can ask them about a deep question about particle physics, and they'll wing an answer. They don't know shit about particle physics. I had a sibling. We were at work. It was me. When I was younger, a lot of my friends worked at our shop. So it was like me, 2 of my guys that I grew up with, and my oldest brother, who's a lot older than I am. I can't remember how we got on the topic, but basically my brother thought that if you flew against the Earth's rotation, you'd get there faster because the Earth was revolving under you. And we all looked at him. We thought he was joking, you know. We were like, eh. We were like, yeah. But he refused to accept that that wasn't the case. And then we tried to explain it to him, and he wasn't having it. But he's like my know-it-all brother, you know, and he's the oldest brother. So I don't know if you're an older brother or a younger brother or what, but that always cracked me up. And to me, that was always an example of somebody who refused to admit that they were wrong. I have no problem admitting that I'm wrong. But I'm the youngest boy in my family. I've got a younger sister, but we're both in a very big family. So it's kind of like, and I'm 5 years older than her. So I was the youngest for a while. And then she got to be the youngest. So I've got a lot of older siblings. But anyway, that still cracks me up. Now, if you want to talk about when, you know, going into the crosswind or going with the or going into a headwind or having a tailwind, that's legitimate. That one will really speed you up. It has nothing to do with the Earth spinning under you. Now, if you're in space, I guess we could talk. Cracks me up to this day. I never bring that up to him either. I never like to make anybody look bad, and like especially my family or close friends. All right, so upgrading these guys will cost me 80 stags. I wonder if it'd be cheaper to have these guys upgrade them for me. The problem is I'd have to put this guy at the top. That means I'd have to rip everybody out. I want to go look at my hideout and see if I have anybody in my hideout. I don't know if I can see that on the kingdom menu or not. Where's my kingdom menu? There it is, way down here for some reason. Alright, so let's look at centers. Carthagar. Alright, so they don't include our hideout, the center. It's been a long time since I've played, you know, the sub mod. And when I play World of Ice and Fire, I'm not playing it, I'm just testing it. So I do that way different. I have the cheat menu on. I have max level characters and I'm testing things. I've got mid-level characters and of course low-level characters. Testing, just, you know, teleporting all over the map. Testing sieges. Testing quests a lot. So I'm not really playing the game. Alright, what... Yeah, let's just head over to Westeros, see what we can. Hopefully Volantis, because if they declare war on me, though, not a whole lot I can do with Carthagar. Are you running from me? That guy probably should be attacking me because I don't have like high tier guys. Now, as long as I have a cog as my ship, I'm damn near invincible. Alright, I'm in a cog. And then let's go to Volantis, and then we'll have 4 ships. The way this game does fleet, to be able to like land ships and separate ships or combine them, it's a giant pain in the ass. So I just combine them. If I'm rich in the game and it's a long playthrough, I'll have 2 fleets. One for the east side of Westeros and another for the west side of Westeros. But that would be most helpful early in the game when you're trying to like follow around the Marshal or whatever. But the other issue with the World of Ice and Fire, one of the worst things in my opinion, is the AI has a hell of a time navigating water. They did in Viking Conquest as well, and those were the guys who made the game be able to have water navigation. That mod has a way more simple map. And even it probably took them 2 years to get that AI right with the water navigation. And it's because of how it works. So when the player is in water, this area of the map is a port. But when the player's on land, in this area of the map is just the city. So the AI has to deal with that. So what the player's doing is affecting whether or not the AI can do this. So like this AI, let's say he wants to go to an inland fief like Voluntheris. Sometimes the AI will not try to go to Voluntheris through the port like he should, because when he decides to go to Voluntheris, the player is on land and this doesn't show up as a port or whatever. So then what happens, this guy tries to go to Voluntheris as a crow's flies and he gets stuck on the land. Devs can't fix it for whatever reason. They don't know how. It seems like it'd be a giant pain in the ass to fix that. That's why Produno puts so many of these things around the map, like these harbors, because players think that this is for the player. It's not. It's for the AI. It's so the AI can debark there. But it's confusing to players because they're like, why can't I, do this or this at this this port or this landing? I'm like, well, it's for the AI, not for you. Man, we're quite slow. I thought we had. No, please. Oh, okay. I thought he was attacking me. Thought I had what's her face in my party. Oh yeah, I do. Hagen the Beautiful. So she's got. What do you have in navigation, madam? You got a 0 in navigation. What the fuck? Oh, this was a bug. I consider this a bug. Because her whole thing is having Sailing Master and navigation. But the guy who made the sub mod, he restructured a lot of the skills of companions as well as other troopers. And he forgot that she needs Sailing Master navigation. So this is what I would consider a bug. In World of Ice and Fire native, I think she's like 5 and 5 or something like that. So that's a big problem. So that means that Ulrick will have to be our navigator. Or what? I wonder if Zondo... I think Zondo had some sailing skills. Let's see what Zondo's got going on. Zondo's well. So the guy just forgot about Sailing Master navigation. Now, Sailing Master is a leadership skill, so it doesn't matter what the hell they have. But navigation's a big one. Navigation is basically pathfinding on water. That's all it is. It's just an extra skill. It's just pathfinding on water. Or been unable to admit when I was wrong about something. Yeah, I know. People are just built like that. It's probably a lot to deal with how they raise and just genetics as well. But there are people that refuse to admit that they're wrong. Like my older brother, for example, would probably refuse that he's wrong to like me, but he would admit that he's wrong to, let's say, his girlfriend. So just because of, in his mind, we've got Knight Shifty, Knight of the Realm, glorious man, good looker too. All you single ladies out there, I assume. I don't know. Have I seen you? I don't think I've seen him, but I'm pretty sure he's sexy. Hail and welcome. Good morning. Hey, we got a new chatter. We've got X Smash hashtag 420. Says player with a W streamer with another W streamer who's a W person. What does that even mean? Oh my, how's the stream going? It's going well, X Smash. Were you trying to use like an emote there? Is that what was going on? First I thought you were going to be a bot of some kind. W player that a W streamer with another W streamer who's a W person. Right on. It's going well, man. How are you doing, X Smash? This is my is it a bot stare. This is a very neutral response. I'm doing well, X-Smash. I'm never wrong. Sorry, all you single ladies, but I'm married. Oh, man. You guys hear that? That's a sigh of depression from all the ladies out there. Luckily, most of them are in my front yard. They're always banging down, trying to bang behind my door. That's why I had to get a steel door. Reinforced. I had to electrify my windows, keep all them pretty young ladies out of my house. Blame the man musk. I've got this natural man musk. It's quite attractive. Okay. I got a question for you guys, especially you subs, like Calculating for sure, because he's been subbed so long. So this emote here, I paid an artist to make it for me, right? But it's a little too busy for smallness. But I wanted to make it a subscriber badge for people like once they pass a year. So once you hit a year, you're gonna get the gold coin to be like, hey man, you're the man. And then after that, I was thinking the upgraded this, because I was also thinking about making it part of my new channel logo. I haven't found a way to make it look totally great, because I kind of love the old logo with my, you know, handcrafted three-eyed owl with the crucifix, or with the Maltese cross and the wreath of victory. I don't know. I think I might keep that just because I like that it is what it is. And it kind of looks good small too. You know, the Maltese cross, the wreath, and then the little itty bitty three-eyed owl. No, we'll think about such things. Hey, we got Sierra. Oh, okay, as long as we got him, we're good to go. I forgot that we had him. I haven't played on Sir Ulrick in like a year or something. All right, move him to the top. So with him, we should be able to train up those Bravosi sons of guns. Because he's got, well, let's check to make sure the guy didn't break him. Alright, he's still got the trainer of 8 and a level of 35. That means he can pretty much train anybody under the sun, including your hero, which is nice. He's he's probably the most important companion, to be honest with you, because of that training skill. It's so important. Because for the player, like, I should be pretty good with training, right? Yeah, I've got a 6 in training. So I've got a 5 and then a +1 because I probably have a book in my inventory. So I will also, or I say I, so Ulrick, of course, will be able to train, you know, pretty much everybody under the sun. Yes, I heard all those totally legit and real sides. I agree. Of course you did, Night Shifty. You losing some frames, or am I losing frames? Alright, my OBS says I've lost 0 frames. Let's check. Twitch has been really bad since I've been back streaming. I've been watching a lot of streams, and they all buffer. I'm getting buffer on every stream that I go on. But my iPad doesn't buffer. I don't know why. But you can try lowering the quality to help. But I've even put streams on 480p, you know, like old school, and I still would get buffering. And I've got fast internet. So Twitch is having bandwidth issues. You'll also notice Twitch, when you first log in, they're always trying to put you at like a 480 or a 720. They never put you at your max. So I think Twitch is having bandwidth issues. I think they're having money issues or something. I don't know. Because, you know, corporations aren't happy making the same profit or profit plus inflation. They want to, you know, make crazy profits. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the big time streamers get a way better deal than everybody else. They get like 70% or 80% of their subs. You know, regular people get 50. And of course, I think Twitch also gives them more money, like a contract where Twitch is actually paying them. Twitch is thinking about reneging on all that. So like your Asmongold's and your other like top, you know, the big like who's the guy that went to Mixer? Samurai? Ninja. Guys like him. You know, big guys. They're going to give them like 50% of their subs and a bunch of other stuff. So it's a lot of money. So Twitch is getting quite greedy. I think we're going to start seeing an exodus to YouTube. I really do think that that's what's going to happen. Good morning, Death Dealer 542nd of your glorious lineage. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Sorry I haven't been around much. You don't have to apologize for such things. Explain yourself, though. We need loyalty in the shield wall, you know? If you're not in the shield wall because, you know, you're kissing girls or petting puppies or something like that, another guy's got to be in the shield. I'm joking, man. IRL first, as always. Haven't had the drive to do much of anything like, yeah, it's depression, probably, man. Well, I don't want to, like, critique your mental health or anything, but I'm like that, man. You know, if I'm not gaming, I'm probably not watching Twitch, and I'm definitely not on the internet hanging out with people. Twitch servers have been stuttering the last month. Yeah. The golden paladin is correct. 480p. Hey man, because usually I'm listening to Twitch more than I'm watching Twitch, so I'll put that sumbitch on 480, but it doesn't help. I had one at 160p the other day just to test it. So it was like 3 pixels having sex. That's about all I could see. I think they were having sex. It was hard to tell. And I was still getting buffering, so it's just a Twitch thing. I get buffering, so yep. See, there you go, Death Dealer. On the iPad, what I do now is oh, here's a trick. On mobile devices, you can't block the ads, right? Like you can on your PC. Because if you don't know, you can totally block ads if you're on your PC on Twitch. Google it. But on my iOS, this is how you do it. Go to a channel you're subscribed to or your own channel. Watch one of your own videos or a channel you're subscribed to. You don't get ads. Put it on audio only. Then go to another channel where you would normally get those obnoxious ads in audio only. Then once you're on that channel, put it on video. You won't get an ad, at least on the iOS. Let me know if that works on Android. I want to know. Don't put that on Reddit. We have to keep this quiet because it's been working for about 2 years now. You were the first people I'm telling about this. As soon as it goes on Reddit, as soon as that gets out there, they'll patch it. I'm trusting you with this glorious information. Let me know if it works on Android. It totally works on iOS. Alright, moving on. I hate Twitch ads. I'm not against ads, but you're not allowed to blast me at 5 times the audio that my flippin' stream is on. Like, if I do one of these, if I flinch because of your ad, fuck your ad. That's why I had to mute ModDB. ModDB started playing video that was like that. I'm like, alright. I blocked their ads for a while, and then I'm like, nah, I want to support these guys. So I don't do that, but I mute their sites. Their site will never be able to play noise. What are you, pirates? Do I have the shield skill for this? Because I want to show you guys another thing you can do in this mod. I call it my poison plank. But I have to have a good shield skill. I have a 7. It's respectable. I really like this playlist. You guys into this playlist? Oh, that's a shitty shield. I probably gave somebody my good shield, because I usually do that. Because NPCs need a good shield more than me. Alright, let's see what we got here. How much money do I have anyway? I have... Oh, respectable. Alright, so we got a lot of good stuff here. We got a balanced lance. +1 to training. +1 to surgery. That's good. I gotta read that. I wonder if I'm reading something else. Probably, right? I'm probably reading something else. No, it doesn't look like it. Let's put all these up here by the horses. Alright, let's see that. Are these good arrows or bad arrows? Those are pretty good arrows. Those are also good arrows. Nice. We'll use the book. Or no, let's put the book up with the other books. We're going to use that as my stopgap. I meant to go to cohort. I need to sell these things. Another thing a lot of people don't know is horses do improve your pathfinding, your world map speed. But if you go over 6, it'll start slowing you down. Kind of like in Bannerlord. You know how in Bannerlord you have to balance your herd? You know, you can have too few, you can have too many. You could in this as well. So like when I see people with like 20 mounts, they're actually a detriment. You know, they're slowing you down. 6, I believe, is about the min-max for that, for horses. Now, if you got a giant, you know, like if you're losing horses, you know, as fast as I eat peanut M&Ms, then yeah, by all means, fill up your inventory. But there is a diminishing return and then almost a nerf to your world map speed as you get more and more mounts. And it's not something you can easily see, you know, like there's no stat that says, you know, like it is in Bannerlord. Alright, we got a drunkard attacking Sir Ulrick. That's not fun. I got one of these swords. Nice. I'll let my buddies... I think I have a Mordau, right? Yeah, this is a Mordau. Let's give him a little Mordau. Boom! Boom. He's very violent. Yeah, kick his ass. I don't really know how I feel about the Mordau. I think it's kind of bullshit. I think if you were like using a training sword, you could get away with this, but if you have like a properly sharpened sword, there's no way a Mordau strike is something you'd want to do. Unless you have some really thick leather gauntlets, you know. And even then, if it's a super sharp one and you get a... Because if you don't know, a Mordau strike is where you're using your crossguard like a mace. You know, so you're grabbing your arming sword by its blade and you're It's theoretically to get through an armored opponent, right? And when knights are fighting, they're usually fighting other knights, at least in Europe. So it sort of makes sense, but if you've ever been around a truly sharp weapon, they're quite dangerous, man. I don't know. The only way I think I would do this is if I had a blade that was blunted in 2 sections or something like that. Actually, F all that. I would just have a mace. Because if I was a knight, I'd fight with a mace. You know, I would have a mace, and then on horseback, I'd have my lance. There's a really cool contemporary account of a crusader. He was fighting in North Africa. I think this was after the Third Crusade was when this account happened, but don't quote me on that. But it's one of the few like actual accounts of like the play-by-play of battle, because he was talking about spearing his opponents with his lance and then getting off his horse and losing his lance and picking up another lance and all this kind of stuff. It was glorious. It wasn't as detailed as you'd want it, like with a modern telling of it. And of course, this is translated from like Middle French or whatever, probably. And he was talking about having to like protect his lord, and his lord was getting, you know, separated from him. Because if you've ever been at a music concert or somewhere where there's like tens of thousands of people that were kind of freaking out for whatever reason, or like a sporting event, that can happen. It's almost like being stuck in a riptide, you know, and you're being separated by from your friends or whoever you're there with. Anywho, I really like that account because they're rare, those kinds of accounts. Now, as you get further and further into the future, then accounts like if you're into like the Napoleonic Wars, there's tons of amazing contemporary accounts, like journals, books that were written about their accounts, you know. But back in like medieval times, especially like early medieval times, those accounts are not as plentiful. Those are some shitty horses you got there. Yeah, have you played the sub-mod? This is the sub-mod. But what I do is I have my donkey because that improves my foraging skill. And then I like coursers because a lot of my people can't ride. You know, like tier 3, 4 horses. Right? This one's pretty good though. This is a new one for the sub-mod. I like this one a lot. 2542. What we really want is a Dornish, you know, steed, of course. That's the fastest horse in the game at 51. Unless this guy's changed that. Why are you judging my horses, man? These are really good horses. Donkeys are the superior animal anyway. They can hold like 4 times as much as a horse. You know what else donkeys do? They kick the crap out of predators that are trying to attack their flock. So if you ever see a farm and it's got a bunch of, let's say, birds, you know, like ducks or chickens or whatever, you'll see a donkey out there and you're like, why the fuck do they have a donkey with all these birds? Was it just a pet? No, that donkey will kick the shit out of a wolf or the other dog that hunts chickens. What the hell is that thing called? They have really bad ones out in California. They're always complaining about it. Alright, let's see if we can buy another cog. I don't think we need to buy another cog right now, but it's always nice to have the option. Let's see if we have to repair any of our guys. So we have 2 warships, 3 cogs. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And then the oak cod. Oak is best. Pine is fine. And ash is ass. That's how I remember that. That's the tiers. So ash is the lowest tier. Pine is the 2nd tier. Oak is 3rd tier. And quality. There's no performance differences between them. The only difference is ash gets hurt. It loses HP more often. In like RNG storms and stuff. That's a cool helmet. Quite expensive though. What do we have here? Oh, that's right. I like this one because its weight's only 2 pounds. It shouldn't be 2 pounds, but it is, so that's why we're wearing it. Why is my encumbrance 32? That seems quite heavy. Oh, it's this helmet. This helmet is 20 pounds. That's hilarious. Alright, so this helmet isn't slotted for heaviness, so I'm not losing any stats, but its weight is encumbering the hell out of me. So we don't want that helmet. We don't want a heavy helmet either because it nerfs my stats. So we have to find a helmet that's 20 pounds. That's funny. That's just an oversight. When the guy was balancing everything, he screwed up. He probably wanted to make this 2 pounds and he screwed up his decimal point. I can fix that, actually. Can I fix? Yeah, I can totally fix it. I'm going to fix that right now because I like this helmet. All right, let's go to my modding tools. Rawls Forge. Let's go with... Where do I keep that at? I thought I just kept it here. Oh, it's probably under Tools. Morgues Editor. Exit. Alright, let's go to Item Editor. Let's find the helmet. What's it called? It's called a Lame Lar helm. Let's go Lame. Lar is at 2 L's, right? Alright, we have Lemlar helmet. Is this the 20-pounder? Nope, that one's 2 pounds. That one is correct. That's helmet with Lemlar guard. This one is a better... Alright, so it's got a different name, and it's code fine. It's probably around 355, though, so let's go to 355. I was probably going to do, like, a live stream and show you guys how to, like, you know, mod your game a little bit, or tweak it. Morgues Editor is definitely a go-to for such things. The problem with like submods and stuff is that they don't have them categorized, you know, by type or anything, so it can be quite painful to find them. There's a trick to this though. If I go to troop text and then go to this window, I can actually find it by its, you know, name. Alright, let's go with Lame LLR. No, that's the incorrect one. That's a problem. Alright, so we'll have to do it the other way. Fine. We'll do it. Let's fix this bad boy. Alright, we need a head armor. Go to that. This will at least edit it to just helmets. And then I'll have to eyeball it. Which is fine. There's a crap ton of flipping helmets, man. Alright, Lame Lar. They've got Native American war paint and feathers. I don't know what that's for. This guy just imported a lot of assets he's not using, but he didn't know if he would use them or not. That's funny. Alright, I wish this was alphabetical. Yeah, this guy imported... Or, no, I know what the problem is. Back to main menu. I am using the wrong module. Nice. Wrong module. Get out of that. Go here. Modules. Reworked. Copy. Go here. This, delete all of that. Can I control alpha that, can I? Yeah, I can't control alpha. Makes me sad. I can control victory though. Save configuration, thank you. Alright, let's go to item editor. Let's go to Lamellar. Let's see if this works. Alright, do you weigh 20 pounds? You do. Let's make you 2 pounds. Alright, 2 pounds for you. Date. Perfect. Update. Alright, let's find all the helmets that weigh 20 pounds. Alright, you are 2 pounds. We'll fix that. Update. Alright, so that's the helmet. Alright, wonder if his... Okay, his chest armor is 17 pounds. That's probably about right. That's okay. What about this one? 21? What is that? It's body armor. That's okay. Fine. And then we've got that. That's 5 pounds. What is that? That's body armor that only weighs 5 pounds. Well, it gives 2211. That's fine. It's light armor. Alright, so we did the helmet, correct? 2 pounds? 2 pounds. Nice. Alright, update items. Save changes. Perfect. Now, when you use Morg's editor, some things you have to start a new game. Like if you want to change the color of factions, which I usually do because I can't read a lot of the faction colors, they're too dark. Looking at you, House Targaryen. All right, I think we're good. We should be good. We should be good. All right, so now let's restart the game. All right, exit. Let's go to the end. Let's save and exit in and N. That's another pro tip to save from save corruptions. Always save when there's on a scene. So an N, keep, wherever. That makes sure that the game's not doing calculations in the background because that's when you get corruption. I personally have never had a corruption, but I'm not trying to save the game when the game's doing like a million calculations. Yeah. What do you mean submod? So a submod is a mod that somebody's done of a mod. So World of Ice and Fire is a mod. So when somebody modifies a World of Ice and Fire, it's what we call a submod. Submods can be big or small. This one's quite big. So this guy basically turned a World of Ice and Fire into his version or what he likes of a World of Ice and Fire. So he put his own personality in it. So he did a bunch of new troop tree stuff. He tried to make things cheaper because the World of Ice and Fire is very expensive, to do anything just about. World of Ice and Fire is, when it comes to game balance, is very broken. Very broken. It's not a good game balance. But what it is it's trying to be lore correct. So I agree with that. But the problem is it's not a give and take. So the player has to pay like exorbitant prices for upgrade costs, but the AI doesn't. So that's not very lore friendly, is it? That's not very correct to history. It's like, yes, upgrading to knights is quite expensive in real life, but everybody had to do it, not just one guy, you, the player. So yeah. Any hoozle. All right, so let's go ahead and cancel that. Launch this thing up. But I always defend Produno's balance choices. It says mod. An error occurred, huh? Well, that's very sad. Why did an error occur? I'm getting a lot of that. If I shut down a game and then I go to play it again, it says an error occurred. Can't sync to the cloud. It's like, that sounds like a you problem, Steam. Figure it out. But anyway. I hear horses are afraid of camels. I think they're afraid of mules and donkeys as well. Because I know in Texas during the 19th century, people wanted to eat, because camels are the superior porting animal. They're way better than horses. But in America, we had we loved horses. And then there were a bunch of companies, shipping companies that wanted to use camels. Because in like Texas, they have a lot of desert. It's hot, not much water. And camels can carry a lot more than horses and shit and donkeys and all that. But camels and horses don't get along. So that's why we never got camels in America, really. I mean, we had them, but it didn't catch on. It didn't catch on. What size dependent on material? Been a while since I played this. Wasn't size dependent on material. Wasn't size. What is that? Can you reword that question? I don't know what you mean by size dependent on material. Got to take off, not feeling good. All right, Tech Happy, thanks for coming by and hanging out as long as you could. Hope you feel better, man. Get a nap, drink water. How's the army? Drink water, take Motrin. You'll feel better. All right, good night, brother. Man, I was monologuing for a while. That was 5 minutes ago. Sorry, Tech Happy. We got XO in chat. Hail and welcome back, XO. Glory be to you, sir. I'm doing pretty okay. I'm feeling a little under the weather as well, but I'm going to push through, hopefully. If it gets too bad, I'll have to end stream early. What are you going to do? Boat size. You talking about like build costs? Yeah, the bigger the boat, the more expensive it is to build, for sure. But if you're saying like, does a bigger boat have more HP than a smaller boat? I don't know. I don't feel like it does. I've never had a boat get fully damaged, but as a boat gets more and more damaged, I think it slows down. And then at one point, I think it will sink at some point. So I do believe I did test it like back in Viking Conquest when it first came out. And I think you can get a boat to sink if you let it get damaged enough. They don't get damaged in battle as far as I can tell. They get damaged in the random storms. Like even though you can't see it when you're on a boat, you hit rough water, you'll get like a little message in the log. It's really easy to miss. That does damage to your boats. I wish they would get damaged in battles, and I also wish that, you know, you could actually see the storms, you know, because even old games, like we're talking about like Sid Meier's from 20 whatever years ago, you could always see the little storms on the water, like if you're playing Sid Meier's Pirates or something like that. But yeah, when you go to have a boat made, you're definitely going to require more materials for the bigger boats. They're quite expensive. Let's try great medieval music and RPG music. Perfect for gaming. So say you, sir. So say you. This was a live stream from 2018. I like how I can still see comments from 2018. That's kind of nice. It's not a very good beginning because there's no music. There we go. Perfect. All right, we're on day 196. Let's load this up and see if we fixed our helmet. Hopefully we have. When was the last time you guys played Warband? And what mod did you play if you were playing it? All right, inventory. Inventory. Did I fix it? Ah, I totally fixed it. Nice. Now it's 2 pounds. Nice. Nice. All better. All better. I should probably have fixed this thing too, but it's broken in my favor, so we'll leave it alone for now. All right, let's do that. All right, we already did the inn. Do I have enough money for a thing here? I do, but I believe this place wants me to buy a winery, and they're quite expensive. Let's see what I can get a brewery for. I did not want to scroll through town. Well, while I'm here, let's go talk to the guild master. If you don't lower your textures, which right now I'm playing at max graphics, other than HDR, because this game's not made for HDR. This mod, I should say. Your game will crash quite often. And I get that people report that a dozen times a day to me. They start peeming me that as well. Uh-oh. I love a good old scaby donkey. Nice scaby donkey. Well, I don't like that he's scaby. I would fix that. If I got a scaby donkey, I would cure him of his scabies. I had a scaby dog. Well, I didn't. My sister brought it to me. And I fixed her. And then she took the dog on vacation, and then she got hit by a car. Very sad, very sad. I really like that dog. Leia. I named it Leia. Alright, you. Wish to buy land for protected enterprise. He won't let me because I have to have a +1. So let's go to the inn and buy everybody booze. Everybody loves the guy. Ooh, hello. Alright, so I might be able to use you in my army. How much do you cost in this mod? 5,500. Alright, we'll totally take you. Alright, so we got Daisy Mormont. Glory be to the Empire. I want to buy everybody booze. Nice. Everybody loves me now. Alright, so now I want to talk to the guildmaster. You can't buy land in any town that your faction doesn't own, and in this version, it's bugged. You can only buy land in your cultural faction's original towns. You can't buy land in any town they conquer, so that's fixed in the newer updates of World of Ice and Fire. Alright, ask if anyone wants to join you. Can I get anybody? A local lord? No, I don't want that guy. Don't want that guy. But I do want to talk to this guy. I'd like to buy an enterprise. The only profitable enterprise is a brewery, a wine press, which is what they want me to buy here, but it costs 26,000 stags, or a ironworks. In all of World of Ice and Fire, those are the only 3 profitable ones. They're all quite expensive, as you can see. We're probably going to get this one because I'm making 740 and 17.5. It's not bad. All right, here's money for that. 26,000 is a lot. So you'd have to have an extremely long playthrough to make your investment back from that. So we're not going to do that. All right, self-import. So we want to stay small for as long as we can. You know, we want to collect troopers. We want to bring in House Targaryen to get Dorne into war because we want Starfall. That is our main goal for Sir Ulrick, is to be Sword of the Morning. And this mod, the only way to do that is to take Starfall, and then Sword of the Morning is in a hidden chest. Oh, I've got prisoners. Nice. Alright, so you lose a little bit of reputation for this, but whatever. You can fix that easily in this mod. So I'm making 730 stags for my prisoner camp in the gold mine, probably. So let's see how much they're costing me in wages for the guards. So if I go to my budget and I go to gold mine, I'm paying 230. So I'm making 500 stags a week. Because the profit that you're making from the gold mine or iron mine or salt mines or whatever, they don't show up in your budget. You just have to pay attention in the middle of the week when you make it. So I'm making 500 from that. It's not bad. You can end up making a lot, and then I think Perduno's balanced it to where you gotta have way more guards than you should have to have. I think it used to be like 2 to 1. Now it's like less or something. Or there's like some kind of RNG dice roll that just makes prisoners run away regardless of how many guards you have there. It could be that. That'd make more sense. Alright, let's go to Tyrosh, see what's all going on over there. Hey, click on that. Alright, it's broken. Fine. I don't care. Those pirates want to eat me. I'm just playing some Modern Warfare. Wow, you're playing Modern Warfare 2. That was probably my favorite Call of Duty game. That and the first Black Ops, man. I love those two. Can you still get PvP in that, like on the Xbox? Because you have an Xbox One, which is one of the worst names for a console of all time. The third Xbox is called Xbox One. Really? Really, Microsoft, get your shit together. Collectively as gamers, we need to change the name of that. We need to just start calling it the flippin' Xbox 3. 360 is going to be called 2. The original Xbox is 1. 1, 2, and 3. Let's be done with that. Fucking idiots. I guess they wanted to differentiate themselves from the PlayStation, but Jesus, man, really? Alright, what can we buy here? First, 3 or 4. Nice. Do I have fish? I have fish. Do I have whatever that is? Probably not. I don't really need to worry about morale because we're a small party. Let's check out Daisy Mormont and see what she's got going on. Because the guy did improve Companions' starting gear, because their starting gear in the World of Ice and Fire is silly and stupid. Alright, she at least has a shield. So she didn't used to have a shield. So let's give her a horse. Which is good. We need to start reading something as well. We'll figure out what we're reading in a little bit. What's going to do to improve you? I can give you that thing. Alright, put that there. We'll sell that. And I need to give her a longer one. Let's give her a balanced lance for horseback. I'll have to give her a helmet sometime or another. Yeah, not right now, though. Alright, now let's change your category, madam. What are you guys? Infantry, captains. Alright, we'll make her a captain. That's going to be my companion group. Captains, infantry. Perfect. What do you got going on there, Crastus? Nothing. Nice. Can you use this? Probably not. I don't have the strength for that. What is this? 15? That is 18. It's better. Boop. There you go, buddy. Man, could you imagine what them fur boots would smell like? Fucking dirty Freeman. That's a stinky boot right there. Let me know. Can you find PvP matches in Modern Warfare 2? I would totally love to do that. I don't know about PC. Can I even buy that on PC? On Steam? Probably, right? I wonder how active that is. Alright, Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2. You can still buy it for 20 bucks. Cool. It probably goes on sale. How do you look at how many people are playing the game? And can you specifically look at how many are playing the multiplayer? Let's add that to my wish list. My nephew would play that for me as well, or play that with me. He can buy all the Call of Duties for $1,000. You guys interested in that? Is it under community? Alright, let's just Google it. Alright, MW2 PvP Steam stats. See what that gives me. The last 30 days averages 413 players. Man, I bet they are all like quadruple black belts, man. You know they badass. So there's a website called SteamDB. Alright, last 30 days, 410. Peak viewers was 898. It's pretty good for a game that's 13 years old, or going on 13 years old. I think that one had a pretty good campaign, but I never, if you have Amazon Prime, you can get what was it called? Dead Space 2 for free. But you have to go to Origin to get it. So there's a little tip for you guys. Alright, Death Dealer. I think people play MW2 Remastered. The original MW2 has tons of cheaters. Oh. I don't see that. So let's go with MW2 Remastered. I don't think that's on Steam. Fine. Alright, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. It's on battle.net, but I don't think it's on Steam. On the PlayStation Store. Yeah, it's not on Steam. What the fuck? Yeah, whatever. I'd only play it for like an hour anyway. It's not like I'd get back into it. That's the problem with games that get abandoned. It's not just the lack of content, which does suck, but I can deal with lack of content. It's that the cheaters start hacking their way into the game, and then it breaks the game. I hate those guys, man. It's always the same dude. They're always terrible at the game, too. Like, I watch these Rust movies sometimes, or I did for like a couple months last year. And one of the videos those guys that make Rust movies do, because they all own their own servers, and that's one of the services they're trying to sell their viewers. But they're always like going around the map trying to find cheaters, and the cheaters are so bad at the game. Like, even with cheats, like, they can see where you are. They have aimbot and all that. They can like jump over buildings like Superman. They still get killed by like superior players. It's hilarious how bad they are. That's why they cheat, right? Like if you suck at a game, but most of it I'm assuming are kids, like little kids that just aren't as good as older guys. But some of them are just dudes that suck at the game, because sometimes he'll get them to talk to him, and I always find that fascinating. Most of the ones that aren't kids feel bad about it. They're like, yeah, man, I know. But they're probably still kids. I bet you they're like just teenagers or something. Do I have a thing here? All right, we have a thing here. Nice. Let's go see if I left any. Because usually the first workshop I get, I use it as an inventory. I usually use Gold Town or Dragonstone if I'm going to use it in this game. So, like, if I get, like, a high-quality item I don't want to lose, because you know me, I don't save scum. I store them in my workshops. And it looks like I didn't have to do it in this one. That's good. Or I already lost all my good stuff. I don't know. Like, let's say I get a Valerian sword right now, I would store it, I wouldn't use it. Because the chances of me being attacked by somebody and losing is pretty high. Alright, that's way too expensive. Never buy a spirited horse. When they get lame or when they get injured, they lose their positive modifier, and they cost way too much money. I mean, that's an insane amount of money right there. I usually just sell them if I get them. It's not a bad horse. It's not great, but it's not bad. Alright, so that's a cool looking thing. is 32p. What is this thing doing? 32. I need to upgrade this thing, by the by. I keep forgetting to do that. This is actually a pretty good shield. I buy it for guys that don't have shield skill. I don't know if I currently have anybody without a shield skill. Probably like Krastos or something, right? Yeah, 0. I don't really care about Krastos. I usually get rid of him at some point. It's not that great. Let's see what kind of ships they got. Welcome back, Death Dealer. I always store my Valyrian swords in the guts of my enemies. Yeah, I try to do that, but only when I'm strong. Like, if you reload saves, which I would say 95% of players do. Hell, man, I was watching Teddy streaming State of Decay 2, and his character was dying, and he just alt F4'd his game, basically. Replying to Night Shifty, I always store my lamps. Oh, a good place. I agree, Death Dealer. That is the place you want to store your weapon. But, like, I've lost Valyrian weapons in this game. You know, it's very sad. And this game isn't like a lot of mods to where, like a Prophecy of Pendor, for example, if you lose a fancy item, and then you go re-equip, get an army back or whatever, and then you go and you kill the people that took that sword from you, or you defeat them, you can get your equipment back. And your money back, too, I think. Some of it, at least. Not in this one. In this one, you could beat them, like, the same day, and you don't get your money back. Because the way the game works, I think it takes, like, 15-20% of your total wealth you have on you. So if you've got, like, 1 million, silver stags, it'll take, like, 200,000-300,000 stags from you. And then you go and defeat them right after. You don't get any of that back. You don't get anything they stole. It's, not happy about such things. Alright, we've got a guy who sells books. I think I probably bought all the books I want. Let's check upstairs. Do I have prisoners? Probably not, right? Yeah, I don't have prisoners. Once I get a castle, I just sell my prisoners. Wait a minute, is that a Man of the Watch? Or yeah, it's a Man of the Watch. We've got Rickard. He is a traveler that gives you pro tips. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's camp. You can also fish. I don't think it's in this version. It might be in this version. But you've got like a 2 or 5% chance of finding a Valyrian sword through fishing. I've never found it. I don't have the patience for such things. Because it takes like 24 hours to fish. But you can totally do it and find a Valyrian sword at some point. Alright, I want to read a book. I want to read The History of the Rhonish Wars. Thank you. You also read faster if you can't, by the by. You also train your troops faster if you can't. Or, wait in a town or a castle or whatever. So if you're in a hurry to read that book, or to train people up, just wait. Alright, let's head to Booba Bridge. That was definitely named by Sidicus 5x5. Alright, so nobody's here, that's good. Alright, let's go to our settlements hall and see if I stored anything in my chest. This guy is a medic. He's the cheapest way to heal wounds. Alright, yeah, see, I got a lot of good stuff here. Alright, so I've got a full plate of lordly armor. That is worth quite a bit of money. I've got this one. This is a good light armor. I've got cool shields. Oh, let's get... Oh, you know why I was keeping that? It's probably whenever I found Daisy. And this was probably for whenever I found Hagen the Beautiful. Let's give that to somebody. Let's give that to somebody. Alright, let's give this guy some money. That increases our standing with the commoners. I don't think that means anything in this particular mod. I usually become exalted with the commoners once I get a lot of renown and I conquer a lot of the map. All of a sudden I just get, exalted with the commoners. I think that's because that's a Viking conquest mechanic and Produno doesn't know or hasn't messed with that code. Alright, I have not upgraded this to tier 3, so I don't have traders. That's fine. Alright, so sea ships. Alright, I did repair all these guys, right? Yeah, I did. Nice. All right, so let's just park our ships there. And then what we want to do is get all of the workshops we can get. All right, so we have Goldtown Case, River Run, Lordsport, Sisterton, Lanosport. Nice. These are all the good ones, all the ones with like iron. All right, who would we be going to war with? Well, right now we'd probably be going to war with people in Essos. You know, if we get RNG declared war on us, and we're a weak faction, which increases the chances that factions will declare war on you if you're just weak. You know, you didn't do anything wrong, but you're just weak. And they're like, hey, dude's weak. Let's kill him and take his stuff. Yeah, I'm in a lobby right now, and a guy just gave me a mod menu. Are you playing Classic or are you playing Remastered? Are you playing on Xbox Live? You're probably playing on Xbox Live, and you're probably playing Classic, right? Was Spendor 1 with the Twilight Nights or whatever they were called? Yes, Spendor had Twilight Nights. They had like Knights of Dawn. Wait a minute, do they have Twilight Nights? I believe so. Yeah, those were the Noldor Knights. I think they were called like Twilight Knights or something. They were they were super overpowered. They had like a 10 in every stat. They had like 500-600 weapon proficiencies. They were quite OP. Xbox Live and Classic, gotcha. Remaster is only a campaign remaster. Well, that's good to know. And I definitely won't be buying that. Yeah, Noldor with the Twilight Knights. They're gnarly. If you turn on the cheat menu in Prophecy of Pendor, it has a dev menu where you can give yourself like all the Noldor and all like the really cool faction troops. So it's really cool to like pit them against each other and see who's superior in which situation. I wish you could do that in the simulated, or not simulated battle, but the test battles in the main menu. It doesn't have an option for that though. All right, let's continue. So where do I want to buy? Definitely don't want to get them in here. Oh, I know what we need to do. We need to flip and start turning up Bravosi. Because if we wait too long, Bravosi will get defeated. Or Bravos will get defeated. And then you won't be able to recruit Bravos anymore. So that is sad. We also need to go down to Dorne and buy horses. We want to buy sand seeds. All right, JC Mormont says, you would think that my uncle Jor would have at least killed this one before he got over the wall. Krastos is unworthy to serve you. I agree. I always agree with them. I think in the code, it's always best to just agree with them. You know, so even if Krastos tells me, now I don't like Krastos, I'm probably gonna get rid of him at some point. I think I already sent him on my right to rule quest, right? Yeah, I've already sent him on that. So what I'll do with him for now is I'll just say, no, wait a minute. I'd like you to do something. Did you already do that? All right, no, I haven't sent him on that yet. All right, cool. So I'm going to do that, get him out of my party. I'm going to upgrade to Dragonstone Cavalry for 272. That is probably a lot cheaper than it is on World of Ice and Fire. Usually by the time you hit Cavalry, you're paying a lot of silver stags. All right, Spearman's 144. This guy's 144. I'm not going to be upgrading guys that, you know, cost like 2,000 or whatever. It's not worth it. They die just like any other trooper. Now, statistically, people with heavy armor should die less because the chance of somebody dying pertains to how hard of a hit they took that knocked them out. So people wearing low armor or no armor should die more often. That's why like women die so much. That's why these flippin' Bravosi die so much. But they still die at a pretty high rate. So like, what is my surgery? My surgery is 5 + 2. So that's an effective 7. It's good, but it's not, you know, it's not great. You're still gonna lose people a lot. All right, so we have to be careful over here. Let's make sure I'm kitted out appropriately. All right, we have 13 there, so let's grab that, put that there. Let's grab them things. What was that, 10? So if we run into exiled knights, they're basically robber knights. They're exactly like robber knights. At least in a World of Ice and Fire. And they're plentiful in this area. Alright, so that's raiders. I wouldn't be able to defeat them, I don't think. Now the pathfinding made that happen here. So I'm going to see if I can pay him some money. He says for 39.38 he'll let us go. It's worth it for me to do that, because he would probably defeat me. Because I believe these guys have archers and all that stuff. So it would be tough for me to do my thing. Let's grab those guys. Now, if you start beating on bad guys a lot, like raiders and bandits, they will stop taking bribes, and they just want to murder you because you keep killing their kind. But it looks like I haven't farmed them too much on this playthrough. And I would lose way more. All right, you're running. All right, so Pentos is at war with Bravos. That makes sense. All right, we want to go over here, but we want to be careful. What is my scouting range? Incorrect roll. All right, I have a 7 spotting from Syrio. All right, so skilled Bravosi. Are you still stupidly leveled? Probably. All right, so we got, these are the assholes we have to level up into. I'll make you cavalry as well. How much do you cost me? All right, 40 cents. Not bad. Yeah, see how this knight only cost me 490? That would cost me like 1,800 plus on vanilla World of Ice and Fire. So he rebalanced that. That's good. That's good. Whee! Alright, so we got 9 there. Glory be, glory be. I should probably do a mission for them. Who do I want to do missions for? We'll do it for these guys. Alright, let's go to the village center. Yes. Noldor were hard to farm though, so when you lost one, it really hurt. Yeah. By the time you got into the late game, if you did your custom knighthood order, they were usually as strong or more powerful than Noldor. But it required a ton of grinding and a ton of playing. I usually would be done with my playthrough before, so I never really used the custom knighthood orders. I would use like the Silver Mist Rangers or whoever I was into at the time. I really like the Ebony Gauntlet as troops, but their lore, they're bad guys. They're like racist, and they hate the Noldor. So their natural enemies, of course, is the Silver Mist Rangers, who are kind of like Noldor fanboys. What the flip-flop is a gosh dog? Leader here, Elder. Usually the Elder is standing next to fire, but in custom scenes like this, the guys forget about such things. There he is. He's up. Yeah, there he is. So, like, if I made this scene, for one, I would make a better scene, and for two, I would put torches up there to let you know that that's where the Elder is hanging out. That's what they did in Native. How's it going, bud? Alright, he doesn't want to give me a quest. Well, you're an asshole. Fine, I don't want to do a quest for you anyway. So the cooldown on quests is quite large in this. Oh, another trick that I kind of forgot about, but you can totally do. Let's say you've got a village that you own, and you want to make them rich. What you can do is you can just sell them something. Like, I've got 31,000, so I can sell them this. You know, they've only got 203, right? So they don't have enough, but I'm going to sell it to them anyway. And then I can buy it back for 6,198, right? So I'm losing money here, but I just want to show you guys this. So now they're going to have 6,198 silver stacks. That'll make them rich the next time this recalculates, or pretty rich. So that's how you do that. Don't try to do it with missions and all that stuff, because that shit takes fucking 2 years in game. F that noise. Just sell them, just give them money, basically is what I'm saying. Give them money. You're probably never going to make that money back, but it always makes me feel good to have a rich village. Bandits and brigands, huh? They'll probably kill my Bravosi. Alright, but I do have a lot of Bravosi, so what I can do now is I can just go train at my keep. Train at my keep, waiting in my castle until these guys are skilled Bravosi, and then I can bring in House Targaryen, which will benefit us. You don't always want to bring in House Targaryen, it kind of depends on your role play. I either bring them in or don't based off the story. But Arthur Dayne, basically our foster father, he was a Targaryen loyalist. So we are as well. That's our RP. The in-game reason, or the tactical reasoning is, I want Dorne to start fighting wars. Now, what goes on with House Targaryen is they basically go to war with whoever owns King's Landing. Normally, that's the Westerlands, depending on how long this takes you to do. But, like, let's say somebody has taken the Westerlands because you took off Static Wars, or you didn't even use Static Wars. Well, then they're going to declare war on whoever owns King's Landing, regardless of faction or story or everything. The other weird thing is they basically just take Dragonstone from Stannis, the Dragonstone faction, and they don't go to war with them because in the story, by that time Stannis has already been dealt with. I think, yeah, he's already been dealt with, at least in the show. When you play this, you can play the book version or the show version, and it changes like who comes in when you bring in House Targaryen. I haven't read the books. I perused them. I've kind of like skimmed the parts that weren't in the show. Now, a lot of people shit on the show, saying that the books were better, and the books are definitely better. But I think the show, like the spoilers for the books. There's a character in the books called Stoneheart. I think that character is bullshit, and I don't ever want to see Stoneheart in my World of Ice and Fire. So I think it was good that they took that character out of the show. It'd have been too weird and bullshitty, like, because I give George R.R. Martin a lot of credit for the way he writes his characters. They feel real, but he still uses a lot of that like shitty TV writing, because he used to be a TV writer back in the 80s. That's why his books are so long-winded, because shows back in the day, it would take like 10 seasons for the guy and the girl to get together, because they know that as soon as that happens, that's like a very big dramatic plot point that they can no longer write about. So like in one episode, the girl will be into the guy, but the guy's not into the girl. And then the next episode, they'll reverse. The girl will be, the guy will be into the girl and the girl's not into the guy. And ad nauseum repeat for 10 years. Looking at you like Cheers, for examples like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to park right here. Bloop. Disembark. Boop. We're going to go see if these guys need anything. Manage village. All right, 5 days. All right, meet the elder. Can I do a mission for you? No. It's a very long cooldown. It might be like 30 or 60 days in game or something. All right, how rich are you guys? All right, they're poor and neglected, right? So we want to go to buy supplies. We want to give them some money. So we're going to do that. Boop. And then we're going to buy it back. Boop. And then next go around, they should have money. Okay, that's a good deal. Let's buy those as well. Let's give Daisy her Shield of Gloriousness. A Mormont shield. Is that even better? Yeah, it's probably better. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. You get her a helmet too. And then let's go talk to Hagen Azibi. Hey, she's got her own shield. Nope, not that. Alright, this one's better. This one's better. Thank you. Alright, Sirio, he's good to go. I can give him a donkey, I guess. I think he's got a riding skill of 1. Or no, 0. Or no, he doesn't have a riding skill. So the guy improved that. Alright, so we'll do that for him. Put that there, that there. We'll buy 2 more horses later on. And then we'll make him a captain, of course. So once they get on their horse, they get to become a captain. Boop. Alright, let's upgrade these guys into spearmen. Nice. What do you guys call it? Oh, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Spearmen. Alright, we're going to be trainees. Boop. Control click, of course. Boop. Bravo. So we're going to make you a Bravo. Alright, so then the next one's 272s. So they're still broken. They're still like level 17 or whatever. Yeah, the custom orders too. Yeah, it just took too long. I mean, hell, I think I've beaten Prophecy of Pendor before. I remember seeing that screen, but I can't remember if it was a test or if I did it legit, because it was so long ago. But I remember like being pretty much done with my campaign and still not having my custom order like, maxed out or anything. I think you just do things like that to do it. Like that's your goal, is to max out your custom order. Like money wasn't even an issue. The changes you made to them took, yeah, it took a very long time in game, and then you had to like farm the what were those magic gems that you had to find to do a lot of stuff? Like, you could find one in that northern city, like at the beginning of the game. I don't know, some kind of magic gem. I don't even remember a Stoneheart character from the books. You don't remember Lady Stoneheart from the books? Quality Gem. Thank you, Night Shifty. God damn, I love having guys in memory. It's great. You guys are going to be my IRL hard drive, my bio hard drives. Hey, we've got 10 viewers on Mount Blade Warband. I was expecting like 5 guys. Thank you. I love this. Because, like, if you ever want to grow your channel, don't play games like Mount Blade Warband. like playing State of Decay 2, it's not even a popular game. It's just more popular of a game than I'm used to playing. And I've gained like 150 followers in the last, 2 weeks. Thank you for that follow, Bailiff of Haven. That's a great name. To a tropical land. Me and you, Bailiff. We can run away to a tropical land. Glory be to you, sir. I was a bailiff in a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance. I like the bailiff mace in that game. Blammo! Schmacky, schmacky. Goes right through that armor. Like a knife through butter. Or like a mace through armor. That's what it goes through. Anyway. How are you doing today, Bailiff of Haven? You playing Warband? What mod are you playing? Are you playing a mod? Are you new to Mount Blade Warband? Do you play Bannerlord? Give us the deets. Give us the deets. Okay, so our goal is to get 12 of these skill Barbosi. And that's what we're going to do. Kingdom Come, workers and resources, and Warband are my top 3. Me and you, sir, are going to be good friends. I hope you stick around. I've been playing a lot of this zombie game because I enjoy the combat in it. So be forewarned. But I do love my medieval games. You play a lot of Medieval Dynasty? I was thinking about getting back into that. I wonder if there are bandits in Medieval Dynasty yet. There's a new game coming out by the creators of Medieval Dynasty, and it's going to be Sengoku period Japan, which I thought was going to be super cool, but then I don't think it's going to be like Medieval Dynasty. I think it's going to be like a world builder, where you're like a god in the sky telling people what to do. I don't like those games as much. I loved them like many years ago, but ever since like Warband type games came out to where I could be a guy on the field doing things, I prefer to do that. All right, 2 days and I can upgrade that. All right, let's go to manage garrison. All right, who's maxed out? I don't think I maxed anybody out, did I? No. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I need to build up my garrison though, because if I don't, Valanus will come at me. I don't want him to come at me. Let's go to other activities. No. Did I leave anything in the chest here? Alright, let's put that in there, that in there. Let's hold on to our tools. Hold on to that. No, let's keep... I don't want a heavy one? No, I don't want a heavy one. I want this one. Put that up here. We're going to hold on to that. We're going to hold on to that. I don't really care about Krastos, so we're not going to worry about kitting him up. Let's go on a trade run. Get rid of all that crap. That'll help us out some. And I've spent a lot of money on some. I just want to show you guys how to like make your villages rich. All right, I want to dispatch an emissary. All right, first I want to see who my best emissary is. So how I do that is this. I go to my can't do it here. I have to back out. All right, so let's go to reports. Let's go to companion overview. All right, who's got the best persuasion? Sirio's got a 6. That is good. But is it the best? Alright, Hagen's got a 5. Alright, Sirio's my best. Hagen's second best. Alright, so this is what I want to do. I'm at war with the Dothraki because they're racist. Alright, so if I... Ooh, they're under siege. Nice. Kick they ass. Whoever... That's probably Norvos. Alright, so the Dothraki Khalasar is at war with Norvos. Glorious. I don't know much about the lore of Norvos, but I want to get into it because they got like warrior bishops, and you know me, man. I love a warrior monk type person. That's what got me into history, or warrior monk type people. Alright, so anyway, so what I want to do is I want to send an emissary to Norvos and be like, hey, you're at war with Dothraki. I find that highly attractive. Let's be friends. and then I'll get a lot of right to rule and relations with these cats, and then maybe we can have an alliance. And even though we're two small fish in a big pond, two small fish get together to take down the big fish. That happens in the chimpanzee world all the time, by the by. I was just reading a very sad story about a despot of a chimpanzee who got a little sick, so all the other little chimpanzees got together and said, hey, he's sick, let's kick his ass. They did that. Kicked his ass, threw him out. He rested, got strong, came back to claim his kingdom. Chimpanzees weren't having it, and they murdered him, and then ate his testicles, I believe. Rest in peace, King Chimpanzee. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to go talk to our main court advisor dude, which in this case is Sir Ifler the Penniless. Doesn't matter who you make your main guy here in your keep. Doesn't matter. Stats don't affect it, as far as I can tell. Except you want it to be a companion, or your wife. You don't want it to be a local noble or whatever. Alright, so we want to send an emissary. Where the hell is that at? There it is. To Norvos. Boop. And then we want to say that we wish to express our goodwill as one monarch to the other. Usually they'll say, go kick rocks if you don't have a lot of right to rule, or if they don't like you, or any number of reasons. It's a dice roll at the end of the day. We're going to send Sirio, because he's got the highest. I actually don't want to get rid of Sirio, but we'll do it for this. And then hopefully this will give us a lot of right to rule in relations. I don't even know what my right to rule is. Let's figure that out. Alright, character. We only have a 13. It's pretty low. Pretty low. We are heroic in reputation. We probably got a lot of that. We've only got 618 renown. That's not good. We want to have like 1,000. Once you get to 1,000, you're doing well. But you lose a shit ton of renown when you lose battles. And you know me, I don't save scum. So when I get my ass kicked, I lose a lot of renown. How many times have I been defeated? I think you can see that, right? Statistics. Yeah, I've had 8 defeats in this game. How many victories? I've had 66 victories, though. It's pretty good. Pretty good. But as we all know in real life, all it takes is one defeat to end your career. And to end you as well. This score thing is bullshit. This is all arbitrary, and any number of things can affect this score. You could probably min-max the score. It doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about the score. Just use it to, like, have interesting statistics, like how many times you've been defeated. I mean, the way to get the highest score is just to make as much money as possible in the shortest time possible. That's probably how you get the highest score. And I could totally do that. Just like the fur trade, invest in everything. You'd be making... Because I think if you get all the workshops, you'll be making like 30,000+ silver stags a week. Plenty of money. It helps if you stream consistently. I do stream consistently all the time. Like last time I was streaming, 6-7 months ago or whatever, I streamed every day for months, and the channel didn't grow at all. Really? I mean, it grew a little bit, but not a lot. But it's because of the games I'm playing, Well, it could be a lot of things. I'm just not a good streamer. I'm not attractive enough. I don't have the proper Wonder Brawl. It could be many, many things. Because we all know that, man. Finding people you want to watch on stream, I mean, you might not like the person's voice, or they got a bad stream quality, like the quality's bad or whatever. Or they could have good quality, but they have the personality of a wet noodle. I mean, any number of things. There are bandits in Medieval Dynasty now. Nice. I haven't played it since then. Are they cool? Is it fun to deal with, or is it annoying? Or both? Not sure what the mechanics behind them are, but they do exist. Nice. Medieval Dynasty, I don't like the inventory. I wish... That's my only thing. You can turn it off now in the settings. You can just have infinite inventory, which is, I think I started a game like that. But I wish I could assign my workers to move stuff for me. I wish I'd be like, hey, you see that pile of lumber right there? Move that over there. So I wish I could be like, pick that up, move it there, and then they would do that, but they don't do that. And I wish I could have like a wagon. Can you have a wagon? I would like a wagon. I know you can have a horse with an inventory, but I want like a proper wagon where I can move like a day's worth of lumber at the same time. Warband came out in 2010. Warband was a reforged edition of Mountain Blade. I didn't start playing until 2015, I think. And I've got over 7,000 hours in it, so let's see now that I mean business. But yeah, so Mountain Blade was buggy as hell and ran horrifically. I've heard this from third parties. When Warband came out, that was the Reforged edition that fixed everything. And Warband was a great game, but what made it a masterpiece are the mods. Without the mods, I would have had 100 and something hours in Warband. With the mods, I've got over 7,000. That's why I haven't played Bannerlord in like 7 months. Well, I played Bannerlord the other week, but it was PvP with my buddy. We had to duel each other because nobody's playing PvP anymore. I feel most modern games have a cluttered UI. Yeah, I hate cluttered UIs. That's why I leave my stream as simple as possible. I have the chat on the screen, which I think is useful, especially when I'm going back and I'm trying to make like highlights. I like being able to see the chat on the screen. And Twitch will delete the chat after a while. So like if you're watching a VOD from over a year ago, and usually the chat's gone. So that's why I like having the chat there. I used to have like how many people were watching me, but then that started messing with my self-esteem. Especially when you get like 2 people in a bucket of chicken. I love you 2 people that were watching me, but yeah. Hoping to get a couple more eyeballs. I'll be lurking, trying to get a few hours of sleep. Hell yeah, Cuculane. It is 5:19 in the morning. I completely understand. Sleep well. Dream of large women. Or your wife. Up to you. Just looked it up. Warband was Yep, 2010. Bannerlord was exactly 10 years. Yeah, to the day, too. I think it launched the day exactly 10 years later. The early access. Supposedly it's coming out of early access this year. I haven't played in a long time, but I'm going to wait for like the full conversion mods because I was getting rather tired of Bannerlord. Allies killed 1. Hey man, you got in the way. For a horse archer, that's pretty good to only have killed 1. Usually it's more than that. They get in the way, man. You ever sit there on a siege and you're like killing guys like it's going out of style and one of your guys walks right in front of you as you're releasing an arrow? You can't. Come on, man. That's basic training. You never get in the line of fire of your allies. What the flip-flops going on here, man? I hated inventory space. Oh, dude. When you were like building a village, oh my God. That's what took the most time, was just moving the stuff. What about when you started making like upgrading your houses to like stone and then lime, all that? Oh my God. I wish you could be like, hey, you, and you follow me. And then you could fill up their inventories and then you could have mules with carts. That's what that game needs. I recommend just turning off the inventory. Just turn it off. Have infinite inventory. And then RP that you have wagons and donkeys and all that stuff. When you build houses, you needed like 10 trips to build 2 walls. Yep, it was quite annoying. We got Heat back. And you know what? He's back. 28th of his glorious name. Welcome back, sir. Hey, what's this game? Old school? This is Mountain Blade Warband. This is the game I started streaming on. This game is the reason I started streaming. Just so I could meet other Warband nerds. Because it's a very niche game. You're basically a general on the field and you have armies. You start off as a lowly guy and you can become king of all that you see. But the difference is it's not like Total War where you're just a God's eye view character telling people what to do. You are the general. You are the king. You're on the field of battle using sword, mace, horse, whatever. It's a glorious game. Check it out. And it's got a ton of mods. So the native game is in a fictional land that's kind of based on Earth. But with the mods, you can play in damn near any time in history. Whether it's medieval Japan, North Africa, Syria, Europe. There's Crusader mods. There's mods at American Civil War. There's Napoleonic stuff. Yeah. Muskets. But yeah, it's old school. It's old school for sure. When did you start following me, Heatback? What was I playing? Do you remember? The most recent update of Bannerlord makes it impossible to speed train new recruits. You can't put your recruits in a different group anymore. Why not? That's my Division 5. My Division 5, I love Division 5. Their words are advance or die. That's my training division. Wait a minute, you can't put troopers in divisions, like custom divisions? That's a big deal, because that's how I train my guys. I love Division 5. I was going to get a Division 5 emote. They changed how divisions work. Well, it sounds like they broke how divisions work if I can't have my Division 5. Ugh, that upsets me. Mods will fix it. Mods will fix everything that they break. Because even though Tale Worlds is a proper studio now, they still kind of are like an indie studio in performance sometimes. I love Tale Worlds, love it to death, but, you know, they could use some work. All right, what did I want to do? Oh, yeah, let's recruit. Whee! All right, let's recruit some badass. I'm only getting like 2 from these cats. That makes me sad. I think can I like donate to you guys or something? Meet village elder. I think I can like donate cattle to them. I can't remember. Yeah, I want to set a new tax rate. I would like to set a low tax rate. He says, most certainly, Lord. We shall abide by your most gracious order. Alright, so we're going to lower their taxes. And then we're going to leave. And then I want to buy cattle and see... Wait, can I buy cattle from you? And then donate it to you? Let's buy 2, 3, 4, 5. Forget it. Alright, let me get the cattle to follow me. Drive cattle forward. Let's see if I can donate these to them. Some mods you could. I have 5 head of cattle that I would like to give to your village. Nice. 5 head of cattle. Alright, generous gift. Alright, now, oh, that only gave me a +1. Alright, so that's not worth it. That was like over 1,000 silver stags. Makes me sad. And I'm also, this is a mod for Mount Blade Warband that makes it Game of Thrones. And Game of Thrones is my all-time favorite show. We will not speak of season 7 and 8. Unless you want to talk about Jenny of Oldstone. It's a huge deal. That's a huge deal, man. I don't know. Do you like what they did to it? You should watch a newer update video to see how effed up. Nah, I'll do it myself. Makes me happy to do it myself. At least in my opinion. Well, you're probably right. I trust you. You're a proper Mountain Blade person. A Mountain Blader. Shield woman. And a conductor of choo-choo trains, which I appreciate. Alright, what did I want to do? Oh yeah, let's go do a trade run. Alright, so this is super dangerous for me because the Dothraki have extremely fast patrols. I'm going 7-1. That ain't bad. Problem is Dothraki could have like 120 a-holes and they'll be doing like fucking 12 on the world map. It's bullshit. It's broken. What is that? Broken men. They're running for me. Let's attack them. Let's get some XP going. Whoop! How's it going, Norvoshi Initiate? What I'm doing with you, you'll ready to fight? No, I don't. I wish I could extort them. Like, that'd be nice. You can do that with caravans in most mods, but you can't do it with bandits. I think you should be able to make them bribe you. Wouldn't that be cool is if all the bandits had to pay you, like, protection money? Like, you let them do their... Because that's what happened in real history. Because there were robber knights. Like, there was notorious stories of highborn lords that had castles and shit, and they would extort people on their lands. You know, they basically charge them a toll, but it wasn't a toll. They would just take all their stuff. And then the kings at the time weren't strong enough to, like, tell them to stop it, you know? Or it wasn't a big enough nuisance for the king to give a shit, one or the other. But they were just basically robber. That's where the term, like, robber baron comes from. Yeah, I'll check it out. Who do you watch for your Bannerlord content nowadays? Do you still watch it on Twitch, or are you, like, YouTubing it? I don't think I had a favorite Bannerlord content creator. Most of them were like meme channels, and the guys who made good content used like all those YouTube tricks to, you know, get views. And I don't like to support the YouTube people. You know, the ones with the clickbait titles and all that. I know why they do it, and they're making their living like that, so I get it. I respect it. What are you? Spearman? You're an archer. Right on. Alright, I don't want anybody to die. Let's move you guys up here. Let's get cavalry and captains on me. I really wish the AI would be better at following me in this mod, but this is the worst mod that I know of when it comes to having my cavalry follow me. Because they don't get the cool AI that the enemy gets, you know, where they come in and, you know, fight appropriately, you know, hit and run. Alright, let's take you guys and you guys. We're going to charge in a second. Alright, you guys go in. You guys and you guys follow me. And we will distract them before they get into melee range, hopefully. Alright, I don't have a shield, that's a problem. That's alright, though. We want to distract them so they turn their back to our infantry. Now, we're going to win no matter what. I could just F1, F3 all this, but I'll lose more guys than I want. And I want to protect my infantry because that's who I'm training. Man, Ulrick's a badass archer. Nice. I don't remember how badass he was, but he's badass. Hail, Sir Ulrick. The future, sword of the morning. That's gonna be nice when we get done. Be a happy man. Alright, so nobody died. We're very happy about such things. Or I think one guy might have died. Alright, so bravo, bravo, bravo. These are the most important ones to me. Just a cavalry. Nice. Let's go ahead and loot. Gives us morale. We got a bunch of dirty shoes that we can sell for half a hay penny or something. The loot's also broken in this game, 100%. Alright, yeah, tell Zondo to kick rocks. We don't care about Zondo. We only care about you, Hagen the Beautiful, and the other glorious companions that we love. I watch Twitch. Hit Pointon and Faking It with Jason. Oh, Faking It with Jason's back at Bannerlord? Nice. I watch him. I don't watch the Hit Pointon guy very much. I don't remember if it was because I didn't enjoy him or if it was just because of when he streamed. I don't remember. Hard to say. Because I think the Hit Pointing guy, he's like a tutorial type guy. So he doesn't really, he's not going to teach me much. I like the guys who are just enjoying the game. Alright, whilst traveling, you come across a young scholar who claims his master is chronicling the great and notable events of this land. He offers for a small fee to convince his master to overlook your notoriety for incessant raping, pillaging, and general debauchery, and instead depict you as something closer to a virtuous saint. A crusader for the poor and oppressed, of a heroic champion, whichever you prefer. Now, we are not a raping, pillaging type of group at all, so basically he's trying to extort me. So I can ignore him, and then I'll probably like lose some renown or something. I could pay him 300 stags and mention you will be back in due course to inspect the manuscript, or I could just give him 500 stags. I'm gonna say, I'll give you 300 stags, you extortionist. I understand, I'm a businessman, but I will be back. And what I paid for better happen. So I get 2 renown. Alright, so we enjoy such things. I don't want to lose renown. I want to make renown. Alright, so core, this is a very dangerous forest, so I gotta have my eyes peeled. I see little Dothraki guys running around, they beat me up. I don't want to get beat up by Dothraki right now. Dothraki, always Dothraki. Let's see if I can pay him off. 1926, we'll pay him off. How many was in that party, by the by? Yeah, there's only 23 of them, so I probably could have taken them. Man, maybe later. Or we paid off that group. What kind of armor do you guys have? Let's sell these stupid things. Alright, so let's sell the hides. That's the big money maker. So if you can get like a full inventory of hides, you can make a lot of money in cohort. Possible, nice. Let me get my shield going here. Ooh, wait a minute, no, we want to keep that one. Or not. I'd rather 34 at 10 than 13 at 27. I want a big bag of those guys. Ooh, what do we have here? Don't ever buy Spirited. Alright, you're 25, 43. 160. Alright, so you gain a little bit of something, but you lose HP. We'll just keep what we have here. Alright, I'm running a little low on money, so I already have a wine press. Ooh, I was feeling fancy that day. Wine presses are not cheap. I was feeling fancy. Oh, I could also get some Unsullied. I never usually use them. I think they're quite expensive. Bronson Snow, I believe, was a guy who did YouTube videos of World of Ice and Fire. Not Bronson Snow, but the guy who created him. The guy who created him is named Hef on YouTube. He did a playthrough and Bronson Snow was his hero. So this guy is not in the lore. He's just a YouTube guy's hero. All right, so let's see what Bronson Snow. I believe he was a loyal subject. He's still in need of a loyal... all right, anyway, we can use you in my army. He says, I must warn you, I had a little too much to drink last night. Crashed out and lost progress from... So Hef probably wrote this. Because crashed out, that is a very modern term. So I bet you Hef wrote this. But anyway, so probably in his playthrough, he got drunk, which you can totally do and pass out. And then so the price may be a little steeper than normal. And I think he also had a backstory where he was like started off as a blacksmith and then became a salt and fur trader, which most people do in this game. All right, so he wants 3,500. Wait, what? 3,500 plus a weekly wage. I don't think that's true. I think what he's saying is he need that. All right, so whoever wrote that doesn't understand how this works. It's not your weekly wage. It's how much you pay them. And then you pay them a regular wage. But anyway, he's not worth 3,500, I don't think. I can't really look at that now. How much do the unsullied? I think unsullied are like 50,000 or 75,000. Be careful how you talk with this guy. If you screw this up, he will never talk to you again. So don't do that. All right, so we're gonna be nice to him, and then we're gonna buy him a beer, and then he's gonna tell us all about the unsullied. And then don't say you're mad. We're gonna say I would like to hire some unsullied, and then he's going to say I will sell 50 of them to you for 75,000. I usually don't do this because it goes against my roleplay. Like if I'm a Westerosi lord, I'm not really into slave soldiers. So then I would have to RP that I'm releasing them, and then basically pulling up, you know, Queen Daenerys thing. Now, I know what you're thinking. 75,000 is a lot of money for 50 guys. It is, but if you do the math with vanilla for World of Ice and Fire, you're actually saving money buying Unsullied for the tier that they are. They don't have great armor, but they're pretty good fighters, and they move quick. But in a pinch, they work. All the mercenary companies are a pretty good deal, in my opinion. But anyway, we were just curious, but alright, so luckily we didn't mess that up. Alright, we don't want to do anything else here. Let's go ahead and talk with Bronson. I don't remember what Bronson does, probably nothing. But again, the guy who did the sub-mod has changed a lot of these things. My recommended channels are always Bannerlord, Battle Brothers, State of Decay, War... Oh, wow. Isn't it fun how State of Decay, there's a lot of Mountain Blade players playing State of Decay? It's because of the sandboxiness, right? And satisfying combat. They're all sandbox with satisfying combat. And a little bit of lore, but not in your face. I've never played RimWorld or Project Zomboid, and I've never played Battle Brothers. Battle Brothers is one of those like turn-based card, two-dimensional things. You know, like... I don't remember. I have to play Project Zomboid at some point. Jason plays Bannerlord from time to time. And Ravel, I don't know if Ravel, is indeed a very informative channel, but when it comes to Bannerlord, he just RPs whatever he feels like. Yeah, that's what I do. I think his most recent ones is Horse Arch RP with Crossbowmen Infantry. That's a good one. I love Crossbowmen Infantry. Like the Ebony Gauntlet, I love the way they fought in Prophecy of Pendor. But their RP was kind of evil. Well, not evil, they just didn't like Noldor. Which, you can kind of understand. The Noldor are murdering humans, but the Noldor were the indigenous peoples of that land, and they themselves got murdered a bunch. That's why they're badasses now, because they're trying to defend themselves against the human onslaught. I guess it'd be like American Indians or like Australian indigenous peoples. Kind of like that. Oh, Revel is hit pointed. Gotcha. Yeah, turn-based. I played it some back in the day, but I never got into turn-based. Yeah, I played the pen and paper RPGs, which of course is turn-based. I like Twitch combat. I enjoy such things. I didn't really look at your skills today. Alright, so he's not great at anything. Do you have training skill? He's got a little bit. He's got leadership. So what I'm going to do with this guy is I'm just going to pump his charisma. He's a level 10, so he's not going to level up that much anyway. I'm just going to pump charisma and give him leadership and entertainment. That'll help me out. We'll probably make him a crossbowman, to be honest with you, because he's got a strength of 13. I'm going to give him a crossbow. Everybody starts out with a 0 in crossbow. I think that's bullshit. But it doesn't take him long to get up to 100 or something. Be fine. I need bolts. Alright, bravo, bravo. Bronson Snow is going to be an infantryman for now. What's Gendry up to? Gendry needs some help. He's on a donkey. Gendry is also low level. What is your strength? Because crossbows are overpowered in this mod. So if they have a strength of, like 10, give him a good crossbow. He's got 9. He's only level 3 though. Gendry's actually a really good intelligence build. That's what you really want to do with him. Make him an intelligence build. Because he starts out at level 1 with like a 11 or 12 in int. It takes him forever to become a decent warrior. I also need to make myself not a marshal. That could be a problem if I ever want to use a ferry, because ferries won't move marshals. And I don't have an army. Well, I have an army, but it's my army. I don't have vassals. I can make a vassal if I want. So, like, let's say I want a vassal to, like, protect my land. I could make, like Bronson Snow a vassal. Which I might do if I just want, like, a free party. But sometimes you have to pay for your vassals' armies. One thing I didn't know about is I was doing a test save for World of Ice and Fire 8.1, and I had a huge army in my castle, and the marshal went to my castle and refilled his army with my garrison. I didn't even know that was possible. That must be a Viking conquest thing, but I've never seen that before. I think it's because I had the dev menu on, so I was seeing under the hood, but he was basically taking my troopers into his army. I like that because I hate spawning troops in for the AI. That pisses me off to no end. Bannerlord used to not do that. Now they had to do it again because that was causing the snowball. So now in Bannerlord, the AI cheats again because they couldn't design an AI to play appropriately. Because if they make the AI play like the player, the AI wins the game in like a year or less, and they don't want that. Do I like cohort troops? Let's see what we have here. Cohort, do we like you? Yeah, they do have cool troops. I like these guys a lot. I've never used them, but I like the way they look, and that's what matters to me. Alright. Nice. Nice. What do you do? You are a bowman. Power strike of 3, power drop 4. You are a tier 4. That's not bad for tier 4. How are you a tier 4? You don't have a helmet. I don't enjoy such things. I like your sword, though. I like that fashion. I'll probably go with this guy. So we can add these guys. So are you 6? Okay. Definitely don't want to do those guys. I might as well just go with those guys. Kind of depends on the helmet though, right? What is that? 42? Nice. What is this? 44. Better. You've got the less damaging scimitar. What do you have? You have a falchion, which is cool. Pretty fast. Very short, though. And he's going to be using his stupid pole arm anyway, because the AI is broken. But we're going to be going with these guys. Yes. I like tier 5 calves, especially when they have a heavy horse. It's very nice, very nice. Alright, cohort it is. Let's see what they give me in town, though. Alright, so let's go to town and see what they give me. Other activities. I would like to ask if anybody wants to join me. Nobody is available. Well, they can go fuck themselves. Alright, let's just wait here. My guys probably need a rest anyway. And then this will train my troopers more quickly. And I also read more quickly when I'm on my feathered, rented bed. Because we are a High Lord now. We have land in our own name. Probably going to get a war declared on us shortly. Alright, we made 10,353. That's good. Alright, so we're doing well. These guys also should be loving us because we lowered their taxes and made them rich. These are all good things. Also, fun fact, Ravel is Romanian. I love Romanians. You know, I always forget that you're Romanian. I always think of you as Eastern European, but Romanian I forget about. Do you work in Romania? Because Romania's economy is borked, right? I mean, everybody's economy is borked right now, but Romania's economy's been bad for a long time. Because I used to fly with some I used to play EVE Online with some Romanians. I love hanging out with them on comms. They crack me up. They get salty, and it's hilarious. Did you ever play EVE Online? Do you know Jebby? All right, you live in... Okay, good. Because I was about to ask you to stop donating to my channel if you lived in Romania. Even though I love and appreciate your donations and love you on a physical carnal level as well. Romanians have a rough go of it economically. I love Wisconsin. My brother-in-law's mother is from Wisconsin, and I really like all of her side of the family from Wisconsin. I've never physically been to Wisconsin, though. I've been close, probably like within 50 miles of Wisconsin, but I don't think I've ever been in Wisconsin. I've flown over it a few times. But usually I'm in Pennsylvania if I'm visiting them. Alright, let's see. I lose reputation, but I made 730 silver stacks. That's good. Alright, let's see if I can do this again. Ask if anybody wants to join me. Alright, a local lord. I don't want to do the local lord one. That's not ever worth it. You want to do the one where lords want to join in. I don't do that one. That might be the only option with some towns, though. Let's see if there's any troopers in here. Because this mod's got, or the sub-mod's got these guys. Yeah. So 10 of you for 6809. Hell yeah, give me them dudes. Nice. Alright, what's gonna do here? I cannot get land here because they are not the same culture as I. I disagree with that, but that was Produno's choice. I stated my disagreement. Or, I probably didn't state my disagreement. I do have some in Sunspear, so I have 3427 in Sunspear. If you play this, never buy uncultivated land. It's bugged. It takes away money. It does not give you money. They haven't fixed that yet. Do not buy uncultivated land. Only buy cultivated. Remember that. Alright, I do not want to force recruitment. These guys worship the Faith of the Seven, which is what we worship, so that shouldn't be an issue. So we're not going to worry about that. Alright, I'm not going to recruit from here. F them. Alright, but we got to be careful. Now, I can release my prisoners and get some, a mob of angry Talion dwellers are complaining about corrupt tax collectors. I just lowered your taxes. They demand justice, fine. We're going to begin an investigation and compensate the peasants for their loss. Alright, so we might have had a corrupt guy. I don't know. That was very common back then. It's very common today. You know, local politicians are constantly being prosecuted for embezzlement of, you know, tax funds and all types of stuff. Alright, I think about this angle is like the best to kind of spot these sons of biscuits. But what really gets you is control space. Like, we all want to control space. You know, it's a giant map, I get it. But that's what gets me to lose armies a lot. Man, you guys are getting your asses kicked. Haha. Yeah, we don't like the Dothraki because they don't like us. They started this fight. We're going to end it one day. I hate fighting them, though, because that flipping place right there, it's got like fucking 1,500, 2,000 troops or some bullshit. And the leader of the Dothraki, he has all the fiefs. So all of his guys are always in his town. So what you have to do is you have to find them alone, kill them, defeat their army, then they go back. They still recruit some troopers because they cheat, but it'll be very few. And then weaken them, and then you still have to have a massive army. Now, the thing about this mod is once you have enough once you have a big enough army, you don't even have to fight sieges anymore. They'll give up. And the new one, it's really low. I mean, if you have like a 300-man army, all fiefs pretty much give up. It's kind of silly. I think it's broken. So, all right, what do you guys got going on there? Dothraki Outrider. All right, those are the guys who extorted me, so let's go dunk on them. Boop. Hello, remember me? I want my 30-something hundred silver stags back. Hey, what just happened there? Oh, I see. No, it's your turn to pay me. I see. I see. I don't know how long that lasts, you know, when you pay off a group. I don't know how long they stay de-aggressed of you. Or how long it is before they aggress you again. How many archers do I have? I only have one archer. Fine. Alright, let's put our captains over there. Ish. The regular cab over there. Ish. I want to flank them. Oh, they're all... Yeah, alright, go ahead and charge. Alright, you guys and you guys hang out right here. They don't have shields, though. You here. You here. And then I have to do a lot of work here, or else they'll kill a lot of my Bravosi guys. Boop. Haha. What is a Dothraki without his horse? A dead man. This is gonna suck. Usually if I have shields, I just turtle up. Like how you would deal with horse archers. Is that Gendry? Who is that? You're so silly, Gendry. Look at you. Oh, I love Gendry. He actually becomes one of your best companions, though, because he starts out at level... I don't know why his model... What just happened there? Gendry got... Oh, it's that guy. Man, you knocked out. I was enjoying my time with Gendry, asshole. Any hoozle. Whoop. Oop, don't hit me with that. Sticky biscuit. My warband skills are lacking right now. I'm all state of decayed. really don't want to go down here because I'm going to be the only one that's really effective against these guys. I feel like my mouse speed's too fast, but that's because State of Decay, my mouse speed is a little slower. Alright, so we took care of that. How many captains do I have? I have 3 captains. So have them follow me. And then we want to cut off the guys who are running around in circles. Because this mod uses the advanced AI from Prophecy of Pandora, which is super cool. I'm not used to this boat. I don't even know what the speed is. I'll have to play like a couple hours of playing. I'll get the bow down. I think it's a really good bow, by the way. Way better than any type of bow you could get in vanilla, except for like the dragon bow and the weirwood bow. I don't even know where to get the weirwood bow and the golden heart bow. Anybody? I think the golden heart bow, there's troopers with that one. I don't know about the weirwood. Does anybody know how to get that in vanilla? I don't. Even though I test the mod, I like to try to figure out where to get stuff like that. Boop. Nice. Boop, boop. Yep. I feel like my shot speed's like 70. I could be wrong about that. You also get a healing shout if you are a leader, so I just gave all my guys 30% hit points. I have no idea if that actually works. Because I've tested 9,000 charisma to where I was giving them like 9,000%, and I still feel like it wasn't doing anything. So, I don't know, who's to say? Wisconsin is awesome. You get 8 months of winter a year. Yeah, it gets a little nippy. Do you enjoy the cold, or do you hate it? No aim snap and warp. What the fuck? Are you judging the way I play State of Decay 2? I play State of 2K. You get me all flustered. I'm a great State of Decay 2 player. I only use aim snap to close my crosshairs. And I know you're aim snapping all over the place, save, scumming all that for. Yeah, I want to see some live video of you playing, man. No, unedited. Oh, man. Maybe I should have occasionally watch that series. Which one? Game of Thrones or something else? Yeah. My nephew watched it for the first time like 6 months ago, and he said that he liked it, but he said it was too long-winded. He was like, it was too long. And I was like, you know, I kind of agree with him. Because I watched it week to week, you know, live when it came out. And it sucked waiting. And there were a lot of filler episodes. You know, looking back on it. You know, like when Arya was in Essos. I hated that storyline. And that thing went on forever. What was that, like 2-3 seasons of that shit? They did the Dornish dirty. You know, everything they did with Dorne was like not great. Because I wanted to love the Sand Snakes and they could have been cool, but the way they wrote them, it was like a fucking CW show or something. You want the good girl, but you like the bad pussy or whatever. It's like, ugh. What? What are you talking about? That dude's like 50. Ugh, we won't talk about such things. And that was in the earlier seasons, which are considered the best seasons. I'm like, ooh, what do you guys turn into? Ooh, you basically turn into that stuff. All right, what do I want to make you? I want to make you Dornish Knights and Horse Archers. So we're going the Levy route. Levy. Bravo. See how I still haven't leveled these guys up? It's because they have an artificially high level. It's bullshit. Alright, these cats are mounted. Nice. They're very expensive. We got to put them away so they quit costing me tons of money. Wait a minute. Did I just turn a cavalryman into a... Alright, so Dragonstone Knights are infantry. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Alright, so we got a Swayback. Swayback are the worst. You can try to get them injured to make them lame, and then they'll heal back to regular, but most times a Swayback will die if it takes injury. Long A-Racks are great weapons. Don't get any of the other A-Racks. They're too short and stupid. Get the long A-Rack. That's a proper weapon. Proper weapon. Alright, I want to talk to you. Why? See, his power strike's at 5 because it's heavy armor. Alright, well, alright, we gotta remember not to upgrade into these guys. They are not better than the cavalrymen. We got to stay. We want to stay with these guys. What is your power strike? 5, so it's about equal. He's got like medium armor on. That's fine. But he's mounted. It's more important to me. And he's way cheaper too, 40, yeah. Well, this guy's actually cheaper even though he's a higher tier because he's not mounted. It's the same with your companions too. If you put a companion on a horse, their wages go up. So if you want to save some money, take away their horse. It's like I gave you that horse and you got the balls to charge me extra. I'd certainly watch a series based on Pendor. Yeah, Pendor's, you know who's got good lore too is Perizno, and the lead dev of Perizno, because Perizno is my favorite fantasy mod. Used to be Pendor, of course, but Perizno polished their mod a lot back in like 2019. So I prefer Perizno now because of their mounts and the way their assets look. Their assets are really good. Back in the old days, their assets didn't. They were kind of janky. I prefer Perizno now. But anyway, the lead dev streams sometimes, and he'll stream on the Warband channel, and then or category, I should say. But he's starting to do lore videos. So if you go to YouTube, which we will totally do right now, and then look up Perizno. Hopefully his channel comes up. No, some guy called, yeah, Hit Pointon is one of those guys that makes those tutorial ones that get like a lot of views on YouTube. I should have done that tutorial one, but Alright, so if you go to Perizno, because that's my highest viewed one, is like how to install Just World of Ice and Fire. I think it's my highest watched video. But anyway, he's only got 2 videos, so he's starting. So this is the guy who makes, or, you know, he's the lead dev of Perizno, which is a great mod. We'll play Perizno on this channel some, of course. But he's got lore videos now, which is kind of nice. If you like lore, and I do, I enjoy lore. That's what history is, it's real life lore. I'm definitely nowhere near how good I used to be in State of Decay, but I did used to solo Daybreak consistently. Soloing Daybreak is more difficult than playing Daybreak with puppies, which is how I did it. It's way more difficult to play it with puppies, because you get way more spawns and the puppies don't help you. And they steal all my Clio. But solo is the best way. The easiest way is with a buddy who knows what he's doing and a bot. So 2 players is the easiest. Solo is the second easiest, in my opinion. Or if you just have if you have a full crew of Clio guys that really know what they're doing, then that's easy too. Never played Perizno. You should try it. It's a really good mod. With it's got the best mounts I think in Mountain Blade Warband. It's got like wolves and wyverns. Very pretty assets that fit correctly now. Tons of lore, unique scenes and sets and factions and sub-factions. It's got an RPG start, so you can have like a storyline start. There's 2 of them for a human. There's one for a dwarf. That's got a cool like opening adventure scene. I don't think the elves or anybody has an RPG start, does it? Nah, I don't think so. Alright, Gendry, let's make you... We got to give him 1 more point strength so he can do crossbows, and then we'll make him a crossbowman probably. And then we're gonna give him entertainment. That'll help us out a little bit. And then it'll just be like charisma probably, or maybe int. I don't know. Well, I should probably do int on him to be honest with you. But then I don't get. Yeah, we'll probably just do int. Make him like a backup medic pathfinder or something. Well, pathfinding's agility in this one. Sometimes it's intelligence. Depends on the mod. Spotting's intelligence. Alright, then let's get his crossbows going. Hey, we've got a skilled Bravosi. We're putting him at the bottom because he's the most important guy in the party now, except for old Sir Ulrick. Now we have 2 of them, I believe. Glorious. Dothraki Rider, huh? Can I see your skills? Probably not. Alright, maybe we'll recruit them. I want to see how good they are. What does Dothraki pray to? They probably pray to the 7 Kingdoms, even though that's not true. Doesn't tell me. I thought it used to tell me their religion here. I guess I have to physically be there. Because in the lore, their religion would be probably some kind of like steppe people religion. But in the game, they don't have that. Well, they could be old gods or something. I don't know. Alright, manage garrison. Put this guy away. So I have 2 of those, very important. Right, level that guy up. Let's put away that knight, or the knights, I should say. Anybody who's max levels going into the garrison to save money. Yeah. And then, technically, these guys I'm not going to level up anymore, because I don't like the knight compared to them. So I'm going to put them away. Alright, so we're good to go. Bailiff says, I like it when there are more than 5 competing kingdoms. Yeah, for sure. The more factions, the better. And when the map is larger, then I can travel in one day. Yeah, you should try 1257 AD. That's the biggest map in all of Warband. There was a better version of 1257 AD, but then the mod creator took it off of ModDB because people made him salty. But that was Zed Paulo. I have it, though. I have his mod downloaded. I'll have to, like, remember not to ever delete it. Because he also made Sparta and Renaissance, I believe, which were really good. Kind of sad he deleted them. Welcome back. Bean and cheese burritos are pretty good. I had tacos last night from a place I'm never ordering from again. Made me feel ill. Once there was a Europe mod with sea battles and stuff. Yeah, well, there still is. You have Viking Conquest, which has sea battles. And there are mods that, you know, have different kinds of sea battles. The ones with moving boats are usually based on Viking Conquest because they're the ones that invented that. But most times if you fight on the water, you just fight on like a static battle scene where the boats are like just a scene, you know, which I kind of prefer those because the only time the Viking Conquest boat fights are good is in Viking Conquest. Any other mod that applies them, that's buggy as hell. And it bugs out the pathfinding of the AI on the map. You know, like there's a King Arthur mod that's super buggy. I wish it wasn't because it's a glorious idea and it's got magic and stuff and it's cool. But it uses Viking Conquest and that person doesn't know how to fix it. And that's like one of a million bugs in that particular mod. Anyhoozle. What else can we do here? I can't recruit the guys here. I'm fine. Let's go see if I can do anything for these guys. Oop. Alright, Cyril Farrell has returned from his emissary mission. We gained right to rule. Nice. So Norvos is like, you know what? Let's be friends. So now if I look at my right to rule, I've got 23. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And I should be closer buddies with Norvos. So now what I want to do is I want to go talk to my lead guy here. And I want to send another emissary to Norvos. Dispatch an emissary to Norvos. Alright, I want to tell him that I want to sign a trade agreement with him. Alright, let's do... I can't remember which one you were supposed to do first. Non-aggression or a trade. Let's try trade. And if that doesn't work, then we'll try non-aggression. I don't want to send Syria, though, because he's got high training. So I'm going to send Hagen, who's got a 5 in diplomacy. So we'll send Hagen. She doesn't have a good support skill anyway, because the guy forgot to give her navigation. That was her most important skill in vanilla, was navigation. Alright, that's all for now. You know what? I should probably make Krastos my guy here, right? Yeah, let's make Krastos our guy. Join my party. Oh no, Krastos isn't with me right now. Alright, yeah, send him off. Alright, that's all for now. I should get married too. I don't think I can't remember if Sir Ulrick flirted with anybody. Alright, let's go flirt with... You know what I kind of want to do is marry into Dorn. Because we're a Stony Dornishman, which means we're like of European descent, so we're like Caucasian, but we're Dornish. Dorn's like a melting pot of people. Alright, is your daughter in this version? I don't think so. It's actually bugged out in the new version anyway. Like if you married her, it'd bring in House Targaryen. He had her connected to the wrong lord. Which is fun. Yeah, I don't think he even has a daughter in this one. We can marry one of his brother's daughters, I guess, for into such things. Alright, let me get rid of these dudes real quick. Forgot about them. Alright, so we're going to sell him some of our prisoners. Boop. How much can I get for you guys? What let's just sell them. That's pretty good money. Running low on money. Alright, let's go to you. Did I hold anything here? This is another good place to hide your loot because it goes with your household. You know, so it's way better to give him the loot than it is to, like, put it in a chest like this, because if I ever lose this place, I won't have access to this chest. Now, it will always stay in that chest. So if you lose the fief and then you regain it later, you'll get access to all your loot again. So that's pretty good. I don't think this is a good bow, right? I think the accuracy is not good or whatever. I don't know. We need to get bolts anyway. How big is the magazine on this thing? Let's test that out. Alright, let's tour the grounds and shoot our... Oh no, yeah, I see. Yeah. Alright, let's go camp. Visit your camp. There it is. I don't know why they have to put a button down there. Alright, so I don't have any crossbows. So that's one. Alright, so he didn't do his code very well here, I guess. Alright, we'll test it out. We just gotta get some bolts. Best bolts, I think, are steel bolts, unless this guy's changed that somehow. Ooh, got like some Gregorian chant music going here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Boop, boop. Right, put that here, put that here. That's a swayback. I have to sell that. I don't feel like dealing with a swayback right now. Alright, did I already recruit? Hard to say. Alright, 3 Dwarf peasants, manage village. No, thank you. You haven't seen the Sparta mod gameplay? Yeah, it's very taxing on the Warband engine, so it crashes a lot. So you have to lower your textures, and even if you do that, it runs poorly on the world map for a lot of people because of the sprites that he used. He used these like Faunic sprites, and for whatever reason, they drop frames really bad. Like I've got a new PC, and it'll even drop my frames. It's just not very well optimized. That's probably what made him salty, is people constantly complaining about things. And he designs his mods to be difficult. And like Sparta, you couldn't change the difficulty on Sparta, and it was on hardcore. But that's how I play anyway, so I thought it was kind of funny. In fact, I made a video talking about that. But anyway, he just got tired of people because he didn't make money doing that. He just did it for the passion of Warband. So he got tired of being PM'd all the time. Because people will treat mods as if that's like a game studio. Like, you know, these modders don't owe you anything. You know, they do it for free. And you're starting to complain to them as if you spent $60 on Steam. You didn't spend anything, bud. But, you know, saltiness begets saltiness. It's not a bad shield, considering it's lightweight. What was I using? That's 2-pounder. This should actually be a heavy shield. 78 in size. 9. It's got a lot of HP, but that's about it. And it is quite heavy. I think I'm going to take that shield. It's not a bad little shield. Doesn't require... Oh, yeah, it does. Fine. I would like to buy throwing weapons for Hagen. We'll do that. Let's sell you guys that, and that. I want to buy a not expensive scimitar, but you don't have one. Fine. Oh, I forgot to hide. That makes me sad. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Alright, how much are the javelins that I bought? Heavy, it's very expensive. Let's buy the regular unleaded ones. I'm gonna buy the horseman ones. They have more stacks. The guy fixed that. In vanilla, they don't stack higher. They should. They should do less damage and stack more, but he's got it the other way around. He's got them to where they do more damage, but they have the same stack as regular javelins. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Alright, I kind of want to buy that, but we'll hold off. We're running low on dough. How much is that costing me? It's very expensive. Let's just hold off on that. We don't need that thing. We'll buy it later. I should also be able to look at their faction stuff because I'm culturally Dornish. Those aren't bad greaves. Same as Uzo. These are good boots for like a second outfit because they only weigh 1 pound, but they give you 20 leg protection. You don't really need them as a second outfit though because you're not mounted, so you're not really getting hit in the legs if you're fighting in an inn or being ambushed. I like second outfits because I want them lightweight, so I'm running around town. I'm not weighted down, but be aware that bandits will try to kill you. Bailiff is developing on a free game right now too, and I can feel that. Yeah, gamers can be entitled. Now, 95% of the Mount Blade community is great, and that probably goes for a lot of communities. But the shitty ones are the ones that scream the loudest on forums and Discord and all that stuff. Hey, thank you for playing that.
How about a song?
The Tatted Bear has entered chat.
One of you must.
Hail and glory be to you, Teddy Bear. You ever played Mount Blade, Teddy? Probably not.
Quick death.
You're a young cat. Young cats probably haven't played Warband.
Sebrian.
That is quite rotten. Let's get rid of that. I no longer need that. I only give that to Hagen because it fits her background. Alright.
In the halls of the kings who are gone.
We want to buy that.
Jenny
51.20.
would dance with her ghost.
That took all my money, but it's worth it.
The ones she had lost and the ones she had found, and the ones who had loved her the most, the ones who'd been gone for so very long. She couldn't remember
even season 8 had a couple moments.
They spun her around on the damp old stones, spun away all her sorrow and pain, and she never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave,
Peasants.
never wanted to leave.
Oh, the flip-flop.
Never wanted.
Alright, we can buy 2 more land. We'll do that. That cost me 39, but I made 34.27. Alright, let's go get our profits from Blanky Down. How you doing, Teddy? How's your State of Decay 2 going? Alright, you don't have that. It's expensive. 52.48. I think Sirio is my most important fighter. He's already got a scimitar. What free game are you developing on, Bailiff? Nope, I've watched a handful of it, though. It's a cool game. You probably watched the new one, the sequel, Bannerlord. Still in early access. It's a great game, but I'm giving it time for the mods to start fixing it. And, what I love about Warband were the mods, not the native game. I like the native game, but I wasn't in love with it or anything. Why are you here? Aren't you married to Oberon? Yeah, why are you here? Oberon's got a lot of daughters. I'll probably try to marry one of the older ones or whatever. He's usually not a good guy, though. Let's ask her about her husband. Your husband is a martial person, which isn't the best. What is your dad? Your dad is also a martial person, Roan. Your daughter is a moralist. They're annoying. Obella is ambitious, so you need a lot of renown for her. Thoria is ambitious. Well, that's good. Romantic. That's Lorenzo would be the one that you could elope with if you had to. Now, the only reason to have a wife is to basically just have a minister. You can have babies with them, but it's very expensive. It's horrifically expensive, and it's not worth it. It just gives you a companion, which is your kid. So for RP purposes, it's cool, but for min-maxing is kind of pointless and very expensive. Because you basically have to have a plus 100 relation with your wife, damn near. I think it's about 100. And once you get up to a high relationship, whether it costs you thousands of silver stags to have a date night, it's quite annoying. You're gonna take a break from State of Decay? Yeah, for sure. State of Decay is not a game you can play for like, you know, a year straight. You know, you gotta take breaks from it. Dragon Age, right on. That's a great game. I love the first Dragon Age Origins with all the DLC. You know, I usually romance the witch. And if you romance her DLC is really good. That's like a great video game romance was, what was her name, Morrigan? Or something like Morrigan? Yeah, that was a good, because I think I played, you know, as a knight, so I was like a shield, sword and board build, I think my first go-round, when I did all the DLC and everything. I haven't played that in a very long time. And I enjoyed 2, was okay, and I have Inquisition. I have it on the PlayStation 3 and Steam. Somebody bought it for me on Christmas, you know, whenever it came out, but it was on the PS3, and it looked bad and ran worse. But now that I have it on PC, I'll have to play it on Steam. I got a lot to play on stream. I gotta finish, like, Mass Effect. I gotta play Elden Ring, of course, which was generously gifted to us by Tech Happy. I want to do some more 7 Days to Die, which was gifted to us by the glorious Night Shifty. My game took a lot of inspiration from Warband. Well, I piqued my interest. Next content update will have cities and invasions and caravans and stuff. But the basic gameplay looks a bit like Minecraft, which basically means you can build your own cities and castles. Well, we just started playing 7 Days to Die, which is kind of an R-rated Minecraft with zombies. What's the name of your game? Is it for sale or is it a mod? Like, what is it on Steam? Or do you get it on a website of some kind? I've watched Mount & Blade Warband, never knew they were coming out with a new one. Yeah, that was like 2020. I bought it I bought it when I could, because it was me and a bunch of other guys on Discord waiting for it to drop. And as soon as it dropped, you know, we were just spamming by it, but it was like crashing and everything. And then we all bought it in like the first couple minutes on release. Like March of 2020. I played the hell out of it. If you include the beta, I've probably got like right at 1,000 hours in Bannerlord. Got 900 something in the, you know, the released version, and then I had about 80 to I think I had 80 something in the beta. But the beta was only PvP. There was no campaign in beta, which was weird, but whatever. They could have used a lot of testing in their beta, for sure. But I guess they just figured they would test it in early access, which they totally have. I think I watched somebody streaming it a couple months ago, and the new UI seemed jankier than the old AI. You know, it seemed a little too, like, unpolished. Which is interesting. We'll have to play it on stream. I just didn't want to start not liking Bannerlord before the mods came out. I mean, I love Bannerlord. I love Mount & Blade, but that's a lot of hours in a very short amount of time. Ooh, what are you? 51. That's a really good armor piece right there. So is the one I'm wearing, though, and that one only weighs 2 pounds, so we'll stick with that one. We'll stick with that one. Alright, let's give the javelins to Hagen. Oh, can't give it to her. We sent her on a quest. Alright. We're gonna hold off on that for now until we get back to our castle. Looks like I was trying to date Elia. Do I have permission to date her? I don't remember. Where is this guy? This guy's not supposed to leave this castle, so the guy must have, or no, that's the other guy. Never mind. He can leave the castle. Is that you? No. Let's go ask her where he's at. I like their new kit. Very pretty. I wish to ask you something. I want to know the location of Oberon. March of Dorn. Okay. What is the realm doing? They're... Alright, so you guys are at war. Who are you at war with? The Reach, yeah. Once you turn off Static Wars, Dorn and the Reach usually go at it pretty fast. So technically, I should kind of join the Reach so I could try to take over Starfall. But what I'm going to do instead of that, because I am now technically a king, I'm going to wait for Starfall to fall, declare war on whoever took it, and then try to take Starfall before its garrison rebuilds. But the game cheats, you know, they'll leave like fucking 300 troopers behind for a garrison. They didn't put 300 troopers in there, they cheated. Alright, let's go see if we can hang out with Oberyn and if he allows us to date his daughter. Because we are a king, I think he might. But he is Marshall. Technically, I shouldn't marry into a Marshall family. What was that? It's kind of annoying to deal with Marshall personalities because when you reward beefs to anybody that they're not friends with, they don't like it. They're not as bad as the, you know, like debauched personalities, and calculating, I think, is the worst. Calculating is definitely the worst. Basically, if you don't do something that benefits them, they lose relationship with you. Alright, where the flip-flop is Dorn Pat? There it is, it's up there. Alright, so they're sieging something up here. Bum, 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 bum. Let's grab some troopers. 16, that's pretty good. I don't have a relationship. Ooh, butter. Nice, we like butter. We are a Swatian at heart. That was our first faction, of course. Probably the first faction for most people, right? Teddy Bear has given us a hydrate. We will totally do a hydrate. I need to get a sound alert for that. Make like a water cooler noise of some kind. 2020 and I never knew. Jeez, is it worth watching? Bannerlord? I think it's worth playing. I don't know how much you would watch. I don't know how much you would enjoy watching if you've never played it. Because it's not really like a story. It's not a narrative video game. You know, games like Uncharted or Last of Us, it's narrative. You know, it's basically just a movie in video game form. Those are the ones you can totally watch and never play them. Like, I never played Last of Us 2. I liked The Last of Us 1, but I didn't like it because of the gameplay. I liked it because of the story. So if I ever want to know the story of Last of Us 2, which I already kind of know, I would just watch somebody do a Let's Play of it. But for a game like Bannerlord, the joy would come from playing it, I think. I mean, you can totally watch it, for sure, but yeah, if you like the guy streaming it. There's an open source game engine called Mindtest, right on. Horrible name. But I made a game server based on that engine. You can take a sneak peek and instructions on my 24/7 spawn camp stream. Is that on your channel, like Bailiff of Haven's channel? Stop that. Bailiff of Haven. It's probably not on this account, right? Because you don't have any followers, right? Let me see. Let me go here. No, you're totally this one. All right, cool. Right on. All right, if you guys want to check out Bailiff of Haven's video game, that he has a 24/7 cam going on. So it looks like Minecraft, for sure. So would you consider it a mod of Minecraft? Like you're adding into the Minecraft engine? Or do you consider it a standalone? Anyways, I just wanted to drop in and say hi. I'm out of here. What? You gotta hang out with me, man. It's only 6:21 a.m. Sleep well, brother. Dream of large women. And I will have a good night. You have a good rest. Talk to you later on Discord, probably. I need to start streaming at, like, different times. But that always affects me emotionally. Alright, did I miss anything? No, we're good to go. Lordies. Alright, so, ooh, they took Ashford. That's pretty good. Does that mean I can buy land in Ashford? We're gonna find out. Alright, I want to buy that much. Yeah, okay, totally works. Nice. Alright, let's see. Now I'm out of money, probably, right? Yeah, going a little too crazy with that. That's alright, though. We don't care. Are we gonna make money this week? Yeah, we'll make a little bit. Not as much as last week, but we'll make a little bit. Alright, so they're probably gonna go after one of these, right? High Garden, I don't know. She said he was here. Where would he be attacking? Well, they're probably like fighting a battle or something. Alright, let's go find them. They're raiding around here. There's a Rubber Knight thing. Those are actually really hard. These Rubber Knight camps, they are not easy. Because you can only bring like 2 people with you or something stupid. What are you, Deer Herd? Can I get hide from Deer Herd? If I get hide from Deer Herd, that'd be a good hunt. I don't think so, though. I think you can only get hide from goats nowadays on vanilla. Because if I run these over to cohort, that's a pretty good profit. Kohor must have a BDSM national fetish, because they can't get their hands on enough leather to satiate their hunger for leather. So there's something going on with that. I don't know what kind of kink fetishes they're into over in Kohor. No kink shaming in my chat, of course. But they pay a good dollar for leather. Where the hell are these guys at? Let's reload that. I think we got a bad spawn. Nope, incorrect. Yeah, fine. That's a good one. That's a good one. Nice. There they are. Nice. Alright, let's just kill like a couple, try to get some hide. These guys are quite fast. Got one of them, I think. Alright, let's do that. That. Alright, that's enough. Don't be greedy. Hey, we got hides. Nice. Alright, so now that we know we can get hides, we're going to take them all. We're looking for the white dust they kick up. I think I turned my game sound volume a little too low because I was playing a mod that had like unbalanced sound volume, so I had to turn that down. Or no, I was probably testing sieges. Sieges are very loud and obnoxious. No, Mindtest is kind of an open source competitor like a LibreOffice towards Microsoft Office. Gotcha. We got a first time viewer. How much bitrate you give in stream? 6,000. If you're talking about buffering, that's Twitch. Twitch has been not good the last 2 weeks when it comes to buffering and all that. Can you lower the quality? A lot of times that doesn't help either. I was getting buffering on 160p. But yeah, I uploaded 6,000. What's your download speed at your house or apartment or barn or cave? Where do you live? Under a rock? I don't know. Hard to say. But it's Twitch is having bandwidth issues for sure. And welcome to chat, L'Oreal. How are you doing? Do I have the ability to adjust my quality? I should. Stream it this time. I should. Hello, gentlemen. How did I miss that? I think it was harder to miss than it was to hit him. Yes. Alright, so I can sell these for like 700-800 stags and cohort. I think that's enough. That's enough for now. Don't want to like wipe them out. Actually, I don't know what's better. It's probably better to wipe them out so another one respawns. I don't think it's like a real life where you want to leave a bunch so they can repopulate. Oh. Is anybody else having a bad buffering time? No, it's nice for bailiff. Nice. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Okay, so whatever they were doing, they're probably doing something else now. They've already rated all that. Right there, that one's being alright. So they're over there. Nice. All right. Oop, hello, gentlemen. Oh, yeah, the Reach is in trouble now. Once you turn off Static Wars, everybody just declares war on Reach. Well, Dorn and Stormlands currently. Are you guys still at war with Dragonstone? No, so they're only at war with the Reach. That's really bad news for the Reach. So now the Reach is being hit on 2 fronts by different factions. I mean, good for them. Wow, the Westerlands took Fontaine, really. The Westerlands are actually doing pretty good. Usually they're getting their asses kicked by now, too. Well, they're only at war with the Vale and Dragonstone. That's why. Because now that Robb Stark died, they're they're not fighting the Riverlands or the North anymore. They're actually allies with them because the evil scumbags run those factions now. Very sad. Quality says 1060 at, oh, it should be 1080, right? 1080 at 60 FPS source. I'm in Europe, Germany, but yeah, I've got fast internet, but Twitch has been iffy. Like, I would upload at a lower bitrate if people weren't able to change the quality of my stream. But if it's like, because some people, you know, they live in a rural area, so I'd probably lower my bitrate to like 4,000 or something like that, and then lower my quality to 720, 60. But this stream looks worse. And then, you know, but it would help out with the guys with slow internet. Because when I play this game, I get a lot of guys from all over the world. When I play State of Decay 2, I'd say like 90% of them are Americans. Which one were they rating? Where was it? I think it was one of these two, but they've already done it. Alright, it's kind of hard to pick up tracks in this game as well. I don't think I have a ton of trekking. Oh, there you are. Are you by yourself, dude? Alright, so he's like an asshole lord. Probably doesn't have a fief either. That's why he's raiding. Alright, he's traveling to Cider Hall. Oh, they're sieging Cider Hall. Nice. Alright, let's see who leads this. I won't be able to talk to him until they finish his siege. That's a shame. No, I can't do that. I like the mods where you can ask the guards where their lords are. Those are cool mods. Alright, so I don't think... Yeah, I can't talk to them until they finish that. That's fine. Let's go take a nap in Ashford for a little while. Make sure I got enough food. Alright, so I've got a lot of fresh venison. So what I can do here is I can go to camp options, more, smoke some of your raw inventory. Who decided to put that option that deep into the menus? I don't know, but you can smoke your raw food. You don't get a 1-for-1, but it's alright. Alright, we're gonna smoke our venison. So, we got a pretty good roll there. But dried meat doesn't go bad. So that's good. And it takes a while. It takes like 12 hours in game or something. Alright, Hagen has returned from her mission to Norvos. She says he is not willing to sign a trade agreement. What an asshole. Alright, so we'll have to do the other one. Alright, but while we're thinking about it, we want to give Hagen her a Javelins of Glory. Ooh, I gave her javelins. Nice. One of those. I gave her. Nice. What are these? 36C. I think these are better, even though these do technically more damage. These have a better shot speed. These are great, don't get me wrong. Axes do a lot of damage, but they don't have very good range. I'm gonna get you some boots now that you're on. Wow, I gave you a sand steed, and I didn't even have a sand steed. I must have really liked this thing for some reason. I don't know why I would have chosen this over that. Probably for RP purposes or something, who knows. Hard to say. Currently, Twitch allows me to downscale. Yeah, so you should be good to go. The only time you can't do that is when you're a small streamer like myself. They take away that option from us when it's busy. So if you're streaming in prime time on like a busy night, they'll take away that option. You can still put it on auto, and then auto should downscale it for you, but we got the Zeke way back in chat. Hail and welcome back, Zeke. How you doing this fine morning, sir? Quick question. It's girthy. Is that what you're gonna ask? It's girthy. How do you unlock the Red Talon radio call? You can call them at any time. Are you on PC? The hotkey is Y on PC. You just have to open up the radio. To make the money for Daybreak, you have to do Daybreak. It's called Prestige. If you do Daybreak, you'll make Prestige, which is currency you can then use to recruit or buy Daybreak stuff. Their items, their weapons and structures and stuff, you have to unlock them in Daybreak, so you have to play a lot of Daybreak to unlock all the things. And you're gonna have to play a lot of Daybreak anyway to get the money to buy all that stuff. I don't know. What is the Xbox hotkey for radio? Let's see here. Google it. Data of decay to radio hotkey. There's no button. I have a quick question. All right, play one. All right, there's no button, I guess, but you have to go to your settings, I guess. To access it, open your inventory and then press RB, right bumper, which is this one. And you can cycle through radio menu. So that's a weird way of doing that. Can you change your buttons in your settings on Xbox? I would change that. I'd make it something else. But anyway, this says go to your inventory, RB to cycle through radio menu. Let me know if that works. That's interesting. And if you want to play Daybreak, join my Discord. Are you on my Discord? I don't remember. Anybody who joins my Discord, wave to let me know you're human, and then I got to give you a role so you can like interact with us. I have to do that for bots. Everybody gets a role, but if you're a subscriber, you get a better role. But that's it. All right. What else do I want to do with you? Let's send you on a right to rule quest while I'm thinking about it, since you don't support me in any way now. Alright, let her do that. Let's upgrade these guys to levies. I'm out of money. Gosh dog it. I don't like being out of money. Hurts my feelings. Alright, you guys still doing that thing over there? Yeah, they're still doing that thing over there. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to attempt a performance or speech. We're going to give a speech. I don't have a lot of entertainment, I guess. Alright, we didn't make any money and we didn't gain any right now. That's fine. We expected such things. We're not a trained bard. Who are you? Ricard. You are a traveler. Yep. You are Shag Up, son of Dolph. You look pretty native. I'm not going to hire you. What can I get for you guys? 163? That's pretty good. Let's sell some of that. We want to save these for Cohor. Oop. Did not want to do that. View by small icons, thank you. Because you guys see the game in full screen, but on my screen it's just 1080p on my 2K monitor, so it's windowed. You have to do that with Warband when you're streaming. It's kind of annoying. Ooh, what do you got? Nope, nope. That's not a bad one. That's a good horse right there. Oh, that one's good too, but it's spirited. Well, that means that they're 42. I like that he did that. That 39 or whatever was too slow. That's native. Stubborn's a good modifier because it gives them HP and it actually makes them cheaper. It just requires one more writing skill. As long as you got plenty of writing skill. Stubborn's a good modifier. Yeah, a lot of war horses were mean. That's what made them good war horses. This is usually the best medium plate or medium armor you can get in native, but in this one, I don't. It's probably one of these ones that have no modifier. Negative modifier, that is. I'm gonna join it right now. What's the Discord? Same as your name. Well, we can do this here. Discord. Blammo. And then I'll see you join. And then we'll make you a man-at-arms. Then you can hang out with other guys that play it. We've got like 6-7 guys who play State of Decay 2 on the regular. Teddy's taking a break. He's going back to Dragon Age Origins. Alright, you guys are still doing this. Alright, this takes the AI a while to calculate that, so let's just hang out here. I wonder what happens when you run out of money. You can't afford to pay rent. I wonder if you lose renown or something. Hey, I finished reading a book. Nice. Alright, let's leave that. Camp. Read book. Let's read the Book of Lost Books. Cool. Alright, what did I get for that? I don't even know. Doesn't tell me. I think I got a skill or something. Hopefully I did. Alright, let's do that. Go here, there. Let's wait. I'm turning up my Bravosi anyway, which is good. Let's go to party. I'm out of money. Well, I made 805 somehow or not. How did I get 805? Oh, for my slaves. Right on. So we want to upgrade. So I've got 5 of those. That's good. So let's upgrade you to Bravosi. And then once we hit 10, we'll be able to finish that quest. The most annoying quest in the game, by the by. Unless you get lucky, you take a bunch of skilled Bravosi prisoner. I know how I can make money. I can go get my my land, profit from my land down in Dorne. And I think I bought land in Ashford as well. Let's see if that triggered already. Probably not. It's every 2 weeks, I believe. Yeah, every like 2 weeks. It takes a while to make your money back, but in the later... Ooh, nice. Alright, so where is Oberyn? You're Oberyn, right? Yep, you're Oberyn. Copy that. Alright, and then payday came through. Nice. We're good to go. Alright, Oberyn. Are we friends? No. I'll just ask you something. I want to date your daughter, her. Look here, lad. Alright, so Darren Drinkwater is courting her, and he's probably got higher renown than me. Because I renown 623. That dude's probably got an 800 and something renown. So he's not going to accept it until I get more renown than that guy that's courting her. Even though we're a king, he doesn't care about such things. We're a lowly king. Or a Baron King, I guess. Man without right to rule. Man with no prestige. We failed a quest. Ransom. Yeah, well, F that guy. I think I tried to get him out, but this game's bullshit. Trying to break guys out of prison. They give you like a robe and a stick and expect you to fight like 20 guards. Kiss my ass. Hey, Tower of Joy, we got some XP. Let's approach the ruins. This is, of course, where Ned Stark murdered our foster father, the great Sir Arthur Dayne. He's probably buried in one of these things. There used to be a helmet on the grave, but now there isn't one. Alright, so Arthur Dayne probably rests here. Actually, I would assume his family would have, like, retrieved his body, right? Probably. So, these are the graves of the Stark men that Arthur Dayne and his buddy killed. And then, of course, one or two graves are Arthur... Who was with Arthur Dayne at the Tower of Joy? I don't remember that dude's name. He died pretty quick. Bum, bum, bum. It's kind of a shame there's no treasure here, but what are you gonna do? It'd also be cool if you could hear like a faint baby crying or something like that. Alright, well that's the Tower of Joy. In this mod, these locations just give you XP. You can't like loot them like you can in Clash of Kings. I like the way Clash of Kings does it, to where you have to explore the map, and then you get like XP, coins. Sometimes you find loot. It's pretty cool. All right, the Zeke is in Discord. Let's give you a roll real quick. I don't have Discord up right now. Pending. Somebody wants to be a friends with me. That would be you. We'll accept that. Why not? Let's be friends, you and I. And then let's give you a roll here. Bastrabun, are you in chat? I'll totally give you a roll if you are. I'll give you a roll anyway. If you're a bot, I can easily take it away. Boop. Alright, Bastrabun gets a roll. Zeker gets a roll. Sergeant at Arms. Welcome to the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that follow. We've got Ivan Militon Centerlink. Glory be to you. Hey, he was playing, I'm talking to you, Rob. Alright, I'm looking. You're not talking to me. He lied to me. He lied to me, Ivan. You're not talking to me. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Alright, you guys got rolls. I believe. We're good to go, correct? Yeah, we're good to go. Alright, we're going to wave at you because that's what you do when people join. We're going to wave hi to Zeker. We're going to wave hi to Bastra. And then I think we're caught up, correct? Correctamundo. Alright, I do want to watch more of that game of Bailiffs. I linked that, correct? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to follow you on Twitch so I know that you're there. Glorious. Oh, Lion Exodus. I used to watch him on Bannerlord. He was okay. He doesn't... He uses like a mod for Twitch interaction, which is interesting. I don't think I would ever use that mod, but I could see how viewers would enjoy that. Check that out. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Let's kill that music. And let's go here. Go to that, please. Thank you. And then do a little bit of this action. Do you guys enjoy watching me play Lost Ark? Because I was going to play it for a little while and see how it went. Ooh, that's a problem. Fine. What are we going to do here? That's not a game we'll enjoy. You know what we haven't done for a while? We haven't played our outro music. Our morning stream is now ending. It is almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I have to do real life stuff, of course. I'll probably switch my schedule a little bit. Maybe do more early evening, because usually I start streaming between like 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. Maybe we'll start at like 9 p.m. or something. I don't know. We'll see. Most of you cats are in the U.S., West or East Coast and Central. Some of you guys are West Coast. When I play this game, though, I get a lot of like Eastern Europeans and Europeans. I think way more Europeans watch Warband than, Americans. What are you gonna do? Uncultured barbarians we are, and we love it. Let freedom ring. Let it ring. All right, guys. I'm gonna wish you well. If you have any questions or answers, I will totally answer them now. You can always talk to me on Discord. If I'm away, I'll get to you when I get back on Discord. But you can PM me or whatever. No foot pics, please. My foot pics folder is quite full. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me, but no. All right, so let's do the thing. We're going to do ending. Boom and boom. We're going to transition to that. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the follows. Ivan, Bailiff, not Zach followed us. That's totally Zach, by the way. It's Zach. I heard it. And then we're going to play our outro and be done with it. Nobody's playing Warband except for 2 Russians. And we don't speak Russian, which is sad because I would like to watch their stream. But what are you going to do? You guys have a glorious morning, a wonderful afternoon, and a heroic evening, depending on where you're at in this world. I hope to see you all next time. Thanks for joining me for our Sir Ulrick playthrough. Take care.